Hello everyone, I'm AnthonyCaliber.
And I'm Dino the Last of Us, or Dino Thallus Tophus, I should say.
And this is The Last of Us. We are going to be doing New Game, Glitchless, and on Grounded, the hardest difficulty. Let me make this under a save file in case anything happens. Alright, so we get off to a bit of a slow start, but the game really picks up as a speedrun. Now, Grounded, as I said, is the hardest of 5 difficulties. You have Easy, Normal, Hard, Survivor, and Grounded. Grounded's actually a DLC difficulty. So if you want to play Grounded on PS3, you actually have to buy it. But on Remastered, or PS4, which is what we're doing, all the DLC is included for free. Alright, so timer will start when I skip the first cutscene.
And the first cutscene is just a little introductory piece. The two main characters here are Joel, a single parent, living with his 12-year-old daughter, Sarah, who stayed up one night so she can give him his birthday present, a nice watch.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Isn't it weird not hearing any applause in the background, huh?
I know, that's a little better. Okay. Yes, we were in Sweden July of last year for ESA Summer, and we did this. Had a great time. So thank you, ESA, for accepting this once again. Let's have some fun. We're going to be here for like 3 hours. Okay. So,
What was that all about?
don't blink or you're going to miss all this. Just a blazing fast start. Rounding corners, walking downstairs, walking through doors.
Daddy?
Look at this speed.
With an optional soccer ball, you want to have a bit of a game?
The what?
Yeah, that's the thing. There is in this game there is a thing called soccer percent,
Oh,
where
that's
you
right.
have to kick the football down the stairs and into the study. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, there's like speedrun extension thing for like challenge runs and stuff. And one run is how early can you kick the soccer ball in Sarah's room through these doors?
There you are.
That's funny.
Are you okay?
Okay, so there's a lot to talk about with Grounded.
No, who would come in here?
Where do I start? Well, there are crafting ingredients in this game which you use to craft bombs, such as nail bombs, smoke bombs, molotovs, shivs, and medkits as well. And those crafting ingredients consist of blades, binding, rags, alcohol, explosives, and sugar, which we pick up throughout the run. Oh, and that's Jimmy. Everyone say hi to Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Oh, bye, Jimmy.
Yeah. He is not long for this world. Oh,
No, screen time just
again.
there and gone.
There is something bad going on. You've got to get out of here. Do you understand?
Okay, so more about Grounded. So the crafting ingredients to upgrade bombs and other stuff. On easy mode, while you're playing the game, there could be like a table of like a full thing of blades, binding, rags, alcohol, other collectibles. But on Grounded, there may be like a quarter of one of those things. Like crafting ingredients are very, very scarce. There's other things like supplements and parts that you use to upgrade Joel and his weapons. That's the same regardless of difficulty. So that's a constant. I think throughout this run we end up using like, I don't even know. I pick up just, that's my favorite thing about this category, is you pick up just enough to get through the game. I think it's something like 6 molotovs, 2 nail bombs, 3 smoke bombs, something like that. And if the run goes perfect, we don't end up using any medkits. And Grounded is like the closest thing there is to dying in one hit. Like if you have full health, a pistol will kill you in 3 shots, revolver in 2, I think, a rifle will leave you with like that much health. Shotgun, shorty is a one-hit kill. Melee weapon is basically, if he hits you at all, you're dead, because there's no way to escape a second hit. 3 punches and you're dead. It's really, really brutal. Also, the heads-up display on the bottom right is disabled, so you can't see how much health you have. You can use like the color on your controller, but you can't physically see how much health you have. You could have next to nothing, or you could have just walked through a little Molotov fire, so you only lost like that much health. You got to memorize like where you took damage, so you don't use a med kit fixing like 5% of health lost. And what else? Yeah, the heads-up display is disabled, so you can't see how many bullets you have left in a magazine and a gun. You can use the D-pad to see how many bullets you have, but you can't tell if you need to reload or not. You also can't see how many shiv uses you have left or melee weapon hits you have left. That becomes a nuisance much later on. And also listen mode is disabled. So grounded is really brutal. The only benefit you get... Oh, and checkpoints are much further apart. Like easy mode, if you died at the end of an encounter, it would place you like right where the last enemy killed you. On grounded, it just sends you all the way back to the start of the fight. So that's pretty brutal. And the only benefit you get with grounded is your guns do a little bit more damage compared to the other 4 difficulties. So if you're shooting a human, an unarmored human, a pistol would down in 3 hits, a revolver and rifle would down in 2 hits. But on grounded, the revolver and the rifle down in 1 hit, and the pistol will down in 2 hits. So that actually makes it so if you do everything perfectly, this actually can be performed faster compared to easy mode because of that.
The one thing that
Yep.
is quite unusual about this game is that when we get to play as Ellie in the winter section, she has a rifle that could kill anything. It could kill a car, I think.
Car coming right at you, just shoot it. Yep. Yeah, when you play as Ellie, like 2 hours from now, she gets a hunting rifle, and it's stronger than Joel's because, well, just the increased difficulty of having to play as Ellie, I guess.
Yeah, and Ellie cannot be upgraded in any way. It's always exactly the same. However, whatever you've done, if you play New Game Plus, Ellie is exactly the same.
Yep. Alright, so you just gotta trust me. The game gets off to a little bit of a slow start from a speedrunning perspective. But once we hit, slums and cargo and downtown, the strats pick up a little bit. And I'll remember certain things to tell you when about this category as we get to them. So this intro, all the NPCs running around are random every single time. The only person who's like a constant is Tommy. I know exactly where he's going to run, and he's going to try and push us faster. So here we go. This is all RNG, whether we get blocked or not. Not looking so good. Come on, Tommy. Oh, she fell in front of me. They just want to get in front of you and just stop your progress. Look at this guy. Alright, looks like that's going to give us a slow Tommy. If that runner hops out that window in front of you, Tommy will slow down behind us, losing us 2 seconds. Oh well. This is the kind of stuff we got to focus on this early on in the run.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
Just keep moving, people.
Oh, they just opened up for you. That's nice.
Yep. Let's see if anyone's going to glitch through the fence. Sometimes the NPCs can get caught on walls and then run down this alleyway. And if they do, they just go right through that fence and then run into walls, sometimes disappear into the walls.
Oh, it's amazing what happens when people are panicking.
Yep.
Mostly they just fall over in front of you.
Yep. You'd think their left shoelaces are tied to their right shoelaces. Okay, now throughout this run, we're going to be restarting encounter a lot. We're going to skip all the cutscenes, but we're going to restart encounter a lot as well. And that's going to do different things depending on like where we do them. Some benefits you get are they place companions closer to you, they place you further. In some instances, you get supplies back. But they also, what's going to happen here is it's going to skip the camera, like, panning down to Joel and, like, introducing a new area. So this restart encounter coming up here is going to save, like, 17 seconds.
And we're about to have the first major cutscene of the game. They are just about to escape, but they get stopped by a soldier who opens fire. And tragically, Sarah gets shot and killed. She dies in Joel's arms. And this is 20 years later. This lady here is Tess, our partner in crime in, well, it's a kind of smuggling operation. And we are after a guy called Robert, who has just reneged on some kind of arms deal. And worse than that, he sent a couple of goons to try to kill Tess, but she got rid of them. And we are about to go and have a word with this chappie.
Yep. And this takes place, at least the start of the game takes place in Boston. We're in a Boston quarantine zone.
Yeah, from Austin to Boston.
I guess this part of the game's really slow, so I guess we should talk about, like, the actual outbreak itself. It's something called cordyceps, which is a real-life thing, but it doesn't affect humans in real life. It affects things like ants and insects in, like, South America or something. The premise of this game is if that fungus suddenly jumps to humans. And the different stages of infected, you have runners, stalkers, clickers, and bloaters. That's like the progression that we know of so far.
What's your business here? Had the day off. Visiting a friend.
Cordyceps and COVID actually begin with the same two letters. But I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, I appreciate ESA accepting this run because
This is
You
a
know,
2020 set.
I know you gotta laugh sometimes with what's going on in the world. What was I gonna say? Sometimes life imitates art. This game opens with a quarantine, and there's also a curfew. I'm pretty sure I can't leave my house right now because of curfew. All right, so we have to heal right here, otherwise we can't move Joel. Now,
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Hopefully, funny little trick here. This guy that we're about to meet in the hallway, if we get positioned in the right way, we might get launched down the corridor.
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
We just gotta get past him.
She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene.
These two prefer to just walk really, really slow down this hallway. All right, let's see. All
What did you tell her?
right, I'm gonna get past him, and sometimes, if you get ahead of him when they're done talking,
Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
I didn't get it. All right, sometimes you can launch down the entire hallway. Sometimes. I'd say it doesn't happen more than it does happen,
What do you make of that?
but
I don't like it.
saves a nice chunk of time.
Fireflies do.
All right, so here's a restart encounter coming up right here. You, about halfway between these lines, restart encounter, and it places us in this room in the doorway that was up ahead. But more importantly, it places Tess right here because she's the one who has to move this wall unit.
That's what I like to hear.
You know, she has to get into position for us to be able to move it. So that one places her ahead of us.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Overall, probably saves like 7 or 8 seconds. There's a lot of that throughout the run.
Y'all take it easy.
There's if you don't do the the restart encounter there, there's an extra little bit of kind of animation that she does with that guy sitting on the couch.
Throw away down there.
Like Anthony said, it's kind of 6, maybe 7 seconds of extra time.
Yeah, her lip syncing doesn't really match her movements when you don't restart encounter. I have noticed that. Alright.
Not a lot of ammo.
In other places throughout the game, we will be crouched. Well, I get asked this a lot. There's some places where you are unable to run. So right, I'm holding down L2 to run. If I let go of it, we're walking. Sometimes the game only forces you to walk, so what we do is we crouch walk, which as you can see is just, it's faster. You just gotta memorize. The game doesn't tell you. You just have to memorize like the invisible points on the ground when it starts and stops.
And depending on where you are in the game, this doesn't actually make a huge amount of sense, to be honest. There are some points where you can go into a crouch walk, but also press your sprint button at the same time. And as soon as Joel is able to sprint, he will. But that's only in a couple of areas. I'm just thinking about the beginning of Billstown. There's another one. There's at least one more, but it's quite rare.
A trick question.
Yep, so right there, those were manually inputted. You just got to memorize which... See, I told you. Bit of a slow start, but trust me, it picks up. You got to trust me on that.
Got it.
Great.
Like here, we have to put a ladder against the wall, which I may or may not have had to reset like 40 runs in my lifetime because of this. Sometimes you just place it down on the ground instead of against the wall.
Ladies first.
And another restart encounter coming up here, which saves literally 1 second. And we're at the top. Okay, now another thing with Grounded is ammo dropped from enemies is... It is random, but they will only drop ammo if you get below a certain amount.
Easy to unload. Hold up.
And that amount is, for the pistol, if you have 3 or less, enemies will drop some. For the revolver and the shotgun is if you have 2 or less. The rifle, I think you need to be at 0 when you're playing as Joel.
Be able to fit through here.
Shorty as well, I believe.
You
They
okay?
might drop one if you have one already. No, they do.
Ceiling's falling apart. Be careful.
But the shorty isn't used that much throughout the run. So we got to keep that in mind. We're going to pick up another gun here. Well, it's another pistol. On every other difficulty, it drops 2. But on Grounded, it just drops 1. So right there, you get the sense of just much less ammo to drop. And here's our first enemy encounter. 3 runners. We have 5 pistol bullets. And the next enemy encounter we do has 2 enemies. So we're going to enter the next area with 2 bullets for those 2 enemies. So we got to get 3 headshots on these guys. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Let's hope so.
2 bullets left for 2 enemies in the next area. You can imagine how annoying it is to have to reset over messing up those headshots.
After you.
Because like nothing happens for like 15 minutes, nothing's going to happen for the next 4 minutes, and then we get to a major encounter. It's always heartbreaking to reset a run over that.
What's even more heartbreaking, isn't it? And it does happen sometimes. Is you can get to that pallet by the wall, and the triangle prompt just disappears.
Yeah, I think
Pass it to me.
one time in my entire life I've had to reset a run over that.
It's a bit
The triangle prompt for that wall, that for that wood board over there that we move away to enter this area. Only one time for me. It's happened to other people I know. Sometimes it just doesn't show up. And if it doesn't show up, it's not a soft lock, but you got to wait for tests to come in and move it away. Very annoying. This game is not very stable when you play it fast. I'm beginning to think Naughty Dog didn't have speedrunning in mind when they made this game. Crazy theory.
You don't say.
Open the door. See, she's slow opening the door. That's like 2 seconds lost just for random stuff like that. Okay, this restart encounter. Sometimes the game crashes when you walk through this door. This restart encounter prevents that from happening, and it's like half a second faster if you do. So win-win. Okay. Now up next is our first major encounter. Is the Slums.
None of Robert's men.
You may not have noticed on a first playthrough, but humans and infected are never in the same area at the same time.
You know he's expecting it.
So with each enemy encounter, it's either all humans or all infected. Oh, and inclines kind of break the combat a little, as evidenced by Joel's speed squatting.
Brittany, how you doing today? I heard you
Not
got
right now,
some-
Terrence.
No, it's good.
So we try our best to not throw punches or swing melee weapons on stairs or hills.
Puppy.
Also, you're going to see me doing this a lot with the flashlight. There's no speedrun reason behind it. It just,
Where do you think you're going?
It
Relax.
feels good.
yeah, relaxes me a little bit.
Didn't realize you two were together. Go
Quite a new restart encounter discovery here.
Mm-hmm. Once you get to this bar, right here, restart encounter, places tests ahead of you. It saves like less than half a second.
But sometimes it saves more than that, because you can get to this. You can reach Pete over here, and you can walk 4 or 5 paces beyond that gate before this scene triggers, and it prevents that.
Yep. I may or may not have forgotten that his name is Pete. And I was just about to hit my spacebar. I forget that my splits are off. When I'm running live split, I always hit spacebar for my splits, and I may or may not have just been about to do that with a timer not going.
I think you should do it anyway, just to keep that mechanical process going.
I'm just trying to get a water. Okay, so there's 3 enemies here, and now there's 2, which we are going to kill. Now they're guaranteed to drop ammo because we have less than 3. Beautiful. Got the throat punch too.
Nicely done, Texas.
The throat punch makes it so the game officially marks that enemy as dead much later. So you can sprint like halfway down this hallway.
Give me your hand.
Now that first drop of 3 is always consistent. Sometimes you get a drop of 1 from the second guy, but you always get the drop of 3. Now this next area here, there's 3 human enemies and a locked door. Now one of them has the key, but it's not random. It's whoever you kill last is the one who has the key. So logically, the guy we kill last is gonna be the one closest to the door. And we're gonna make him be near the door by firing these shots and killing these enemies at very specific times and locations. We're like manipulating them by where and when we shoot. So here we go. There's also a relatively new strat. Looking good. Beautiful. Love to see that work. Alright, same thing here. We're just conserving ammo as much as we can. 2 more enemies, 2 headshots. Oh, he's over here. Come on. There we go. For marathon safety, I'm going to grab the med kit. Normally I don't do that, but you get 1 try and 1 try only. You just never know what's going to happen. Normally I kill both of them, then I hop down the railing and go for the door. We're just going to play a little safe. Also get that bullet there. Okay. I actually don't know how many enemies are in this area. I'm going to guess like 9 or 10. It's irrelevant because we're just going to run past all of them without killing anyone.
And we are going to reach another cutscene. This is where we get to meet Marlene, who is the leader of the Fireflies. They're a resistance group, ostensibly set up to restore government, but they're almost like terrorists, really. And Robert confesses that he sold the weapons to Marlene, and in return, she'll give us the weapons back, but we have to transport something out of the city for her.
Robert!
We don't know what that thing is yet. Yep.
But Robert and his ridiculous ponytail, I'm afraid, are history.
We gotta get out of here. Now.
Oh, there he is. Oh, Tess, you're in my way. Okay, we gotta pick up the melee weapon. There we go. Alright, I just lost time for no reason. My bad.
Through here.
Yeah, that was Robert behind us. Now, also, throughout the run, if you just sprint through an area as fast as you can without stopping, you're gonna get alerted, and then after that, you're gonna die in like 2 seconds because they don't miss their shots on grounded. So what I do from time to time is I'm sprinting, and then I stop my sprint at a very specific invisible line in the ground, and then for like 1 second, and then I can start it up again. And it looks like I sprinted the whole way through, but that stopping and starting again makes it so I don't get alerted, because we're going to do that here as well. There's, off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 soldiers here, and we're just going to run past all of them without killing any of them.
Might be a good point at which to mention that weird thing about melee weapons when you pick them up. If they are among in a group of other things that you can pick up, it's quite annoying. It prioritizes the melee weapon.
How you holding up?
A lot of stuff, if it's kind of in a group, you can just press the triangle prompt and it'll pick everything up at once. But if there's a melee weapon, no.
It's highly, highly inconvenient.
Ain't a big fan of these odds.
We can sneak by them.
Okay, so this is the cargo area.
We'll see how it goes. Let's get moving.
We're going to get alerted eventually, but we're going to delay it. Okay, so halfway up the stairs, we're going to stop and then start again. If I sprinted the whole way, we would have been alerted already. We're going to swing at this guy. They still don't know we're here. They still don't know. We are invisible right now. And, alright, now they see us. We crouch behind that crate to avoid like a barrage of bullets hitting our back. And we throw the brick at that guy, and then we're safe.
Beautiful. Another crouch walking section here with a restart encounter to get Tess and Marlene to the door. And we are about to meet the cargo.
How you holding up? I'm running on fumes. I'll make it.
Yep, that cargo is Ellie.
This is right up ahead.
And she is immune to the cordyceps.
Shh, we don't know that yet. We don't know that.
Ignore what I said. Spoiler. Yeah.
But there is a mention cutscene of Tommy, and we do learn here that Tommy, for a while, was actually with the Fireflies, which is why Marlene has entrusted these two for this. What we've got to do now is we've got to take Ellie to something called the Capitol Building, outside the quarantine zone walls, to drop her off with another contingent of Fireflies who are going to take her wherever.
Keep up.
Pretty much. Oh, and I guess we should mention, there are a couple different donation incentives throughout this run. One is high five / don't high five Ellie.
Up there.
At the Dam chapter, which is like an hour and a half away from now, you're given the option to like high five her or not high five her. And if you do high five her, she's really happy. And if not, she makes you feel really bad about yourself. It's like Saber kill the animals with Super Metroid. And not high-fiving her is like 2 seconds faster. So I typically disappoint my chat by not high-fiving her most of the time.
Yep.
But you guys have control over that. What I do is dependent on your guys' donations. There's also another one. At the end of this run, if I believe $750 is raised, I will do the single-player DLC for this Left Behind on any percent. Which, if you've never seen it before, if you've played Left Behind and you haven't seen an any percent run of it before, you're gonna want to watch it. Your mind will be blown.
Speaking of, do we have time for a couple of quick donations?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Cool, I'll make this quick because everyone is showing you the love. We have $10 from Nanohertz with no comment. We have $150 from Dino with no comment. Thank you very much. And $25 from the Nar you know, who says let's double down on runs and has put that towards the DLC for Left Behind. Would you like a quick update on the both of those?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, the DLC is currently at $167.99 out of 750. And as far as High Five Ellie goes, Don't High Five Ellie is $226 and High Five Ellie is at $85. Thank you all for your support.
Nice. Very nice.
Marvelous. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, how many generators like that are in this game again? I think 5? 4 or 5.
She said there's some
Damn, Uni, here.
Girl must be important.
I think there are more generators in 2033 than there were in 2013.
Something like that.
Where are they coming from?
I don't know.
How long is
I think
this
there's
open?
4. 2 in Uni. Okay. Anyway. There's a little trick right here. Oh, that wasn't the trick. Yeah, sometimes when you're like leaving an enclosed area, if you're holding down sprint the whole time, Joel will do a little launch. I didn't mean to do it there, though. The trick was, when you climb this ladder, if you hold the camera up and mash triangle, you can hit the triangle prompt at the bottom of the ladder instead of the top. Saves like 3 seconds. Alright, we're almost to the downtown area, which is, in my opinion, when the run really takes off. You get a bunch more supplies and guns.
Little cutscene coming up here. As they get through this this truck ahead, they get captured by a pair of soldiers who they kill because, you know, they're badass. And this is where Ellie claims that she's immune. But we now the 2 soldiers did actually call for backup, so we're on the run.
Yep. Here we go. Once again, just like the other sections, we're not really going to do anything except run past them all. So there are certain areas in this game where you have to kill everyone to proceed, and other areas where you don't have to kill anyone.
God damn it. They're everywhere.
This is one of those where you don't have to kill anyone. But one thing you do have to do here, though, is get this jump. And alright. Messed it up. But we didn't fall in the water.
I think I've run this game probably 200, 250 times. I have got that jump twice in my entire streaming career.
It's such an awkward jump. Like, that lost me 2 seconds right there. It's like, they clearly want you to jump over there, but they make the jumping so awkward in this game. Because they're so dramatic about it. They jump, they're like, but then they go like 1 little foot forward. Luckily, we don't jump a lot in this game. Joel's kind of old. He's like 48 or 50 years old.
That's not old.
You're right. You're right. Whoa. Oh, no, no. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Okay, thank you. Sometimes you can get shot there. It's not fun. So far, this is a damageless run. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to jinx it. Whatever, we're going to take damage at some point. More crouch walking in place of running.
And the soldiers who cannot see you.
You can aim at them, shine the flashlight in their faces. They don't notice you at all.
And another cutscene coming up. Not much happens, really. Ellie kind of explains what is going on with her. That she's supposed to be taken to some Firefly's doctors to see if they can find a cure using her immunity. Joel wants to turn back. He's not interested, really, at this point, but Tess persuades him that they should carry on. That, you know, they've gone this far. Why turn back now?
Yep, just keep on going. Now, that was another restart encounter that just skips the camera panning to Joel. Saves like 7 or 8 seconds. A lot of good can come from restarting encounter in this run. I like to think there are some restart encounters that we just don't know about yet, but we went over this game with a fine-tooth comb. I always think we're done finding stuff, and then even just recently we found a lot of new stuff. None of them with restart encounters, but just new strats in general.
But there are actually 2 restart encounters in this game, and we'll mention when we get to them, which are not... Some people like this idea of, is it a glitch? Is it no major glitches? No, there are 2 restart encounters that we do in this game, which are to avoid actual glitches in the game.
Yeah. This run is glitchless with an asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
We all know it. But this game is just not very stable when you're playing it fast. And there are some bugs with grounded specifically. There's something you can only do on grounded mode.
What's wrong with its face?
But that's much later. Right here, I guess we should talk about bombs.
Sort of.
I'm going to be doing this much later. It's like inventory manipulation. So the way this game works is when you pick up your first of something, be it a bomb, like a nail bomb, smoke bomb, shiv, modded weapon, whatever. The game, if you don't have anything in your crafting inventory, the game will give you a full thing of crafting ingredients for whatever it is that you just picked up. That's a clicker, but you don't even have to hit square here. Naughty Dog's lying to you. Tess knocks it off you at the same time. Now, it was important we left the slums or cargo with 2 pistol bullets because if you have 2 or less with this specific clicker, he will always drop 3.
Search for supplies.
If you have 3 or more, he won't drop 3. But if you have 2 or less, he will always drop 3. Always.
Oh, and that thing with the first time that you pick certain items up, Joel will go through a very protracted animation. Oh, what's this? It's a gun. How does that work? It's a piece of wood. What's that all about? So we leave those as late as possible. So the first time that they appear, we'll generally ignore them.
Yep, and then the game places... if you, like, skip picking that up, it'll be placed later on. It's like the game telling you, Anthony, would you please pick those up? We're placing them in your way for you to pick up. And I'm just like, no. I don't want him to look at it for like 8 seconds. If you pick it up later, he'll just pick it up. We're going to be doing that with, coming up here with medkits. See, what we're going to be doing, that's a clicker, by the way. They're blind, and if they touch you, you're dead. That's really with any difficulty. So it's that not much of a threat upgrade when you're playing grounded.
One thing that makes a great deal of sense there is the fact the clicker is blind, so we hide from it.
Yes, they made noise to hide. They ran away to hide from something that can't see. That's funny. Right, I like this trick coming up here.
Come on.
When Ellie starts talking, if you have the camera turned away from her, when she starts talking,
Stairwell's blocked.
turn it, and then we cut her off, and then they start going outside right away. Saves like 4 or 5 seconds if you do it like the earliest moment possible. Okay, now this is one of my least favorite fights coming up. It's the downtown fight, because this is the downtown area. And the key with this fight is if you throw a brick or bottle at an enemy and then swing at them with a melee weapon, it's an insta-kill. So we are going to take advantage of that. We're also going to get alerted in a specific way.
But this is a comparatively new strat. There used to be a route around to, well, Joel would run ahead and then go to the left, which worked fine, apart from the fact that this entire building is on an incline. As you can see, it's sloping to one side. And that does not play well with combat animations. Anyway,
Looking good. Perfect.
good.
Beautiful.
You have to bear in mind, guys, that I am on a slight lag of about 5 seconds, 5 or 6 seconds.
I'll let you know how it goes. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was a perfect fight. Okay, so way back up there, we were given the option to pick up a med kit. But we don't want to pick up a med kit because we're going to try and get an extra Molotov out of inventory manipulation. That's what I call it. And that's...
Oh, yes, something to bear in mind is that Molotovs and medkits and also nail bombs and smoke bombs, they share ingredients.
Yep, that's right. Molotovs and medkits require 1 thing of rubbing alcohol and 1 thing of rags. So what we're going to do is basically, the 101 of this strat is we want to pick up a Molotov, which will be our first Molotov. So we're going to be given the crafting ingredients to craft another Molotov, and then we're going to pick up what the game thinks is our first medkit after we've crafted a Molotov, so we get the crafting ingredients for another Molotov. If we just pick up a Molotov and then a medkit, we're already full on rags and alcohol, so the game isn't going to refill it. It only applies to the first one that you pick up, and if your crafting inventory is empty. Whew, I told you, right around this point right here is when the run really starts picking up. Alright, so there's the Molotov. We're going to keep delaying picking up the medkits. The game's just going to keep placing them in our way.
Strat here. Interesting little strat. We manipulate the game here. What we do is we don't despawn an enemy. We stop it from spawning in. At the end of this section, there's a clicker, which is supposed to be standing by the ladder, which is our escape route. But by using this brick and sneaking through, it doesn't spawn in.
Yeah, the way this area works is if you get alerted between the halfway point of this room, the game never spawns in this clicker that's right over here. So what we did there was we almost got alerted. We distracted that clicker and walked really close by it, so it never spawned in the clicker because it happened before the halfway point. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna wait for Tess to move. Ellie pushed her into the ladder. This is what companions do. She wasn't supposed to do that. Oh well, I can't see the timer. That's probably a good thing. Alright, so right here, we're gonna... There's 3 runners in this building up ahead. We're gonna fire a bullet in a very specific spot on the ground where Joel's standing. That should make it. So all the enemies run out the room to the right, which it looks like they did so far.
Weird thing happened to me quite recently, Anne. Only time it's ever happened. I did that, got into that room, the crate wasn't there, hadn't spawned in, and the 3 runners, I could attack them, I could do anything I wanted to them, but they would not attack me.
I may have seen that.
It was the strangest thing.
Did you get a sound glitch?
No.
Alright, then that's weird. Sometimes in this game there are sound glitches. It doesn't, like, disqualify a glitchless run. It's just something very inconvenient that can happen. The game, like, keeps repeating sound effects and noises for, like, 10 seconds sometimes. And what it does is it prevents something... It skips dialogue and it prevents stuff from loading in. There's a couple spots in the game where it happens, like, every time, and other times where it just randomly happens.
I don't think I've done a single run on this game where at some point I haven't said, never seen that before.
It's every run. Yep, every run. I've never seen that before. Okay, so we picked up a Molotov. We crafted another Molotov. So now we are going to finally pick up a medkit. And that medkit wouldn't have been there if we had picked one up right away. The one in the slums doesn't count. That's just there. These introduce you to crafting. So now we have a full thing of rags and alcohol for a 3rd Molotov. We basically turned 1 Molotov on the ground into 3. That was the whole point of that. Okay, so this is another, pretty much the whole building, where you don't have to kill anyone. 3 clickers here. One runner coming up here. Sometimes this runner isn't cooperative. He is, though, thankfully. And this room's kind of weird. Ellie is going to get a plus sign, and if the plus sign fills in, your companion dies. If you jump out the first... We don't have to get rid of it. Tess will. But if you jump out the first window here, the one furthest to the right, Ellie's plus sign will fill in. So we need to hop out. Oh, God. That window. That was close to getting grabbed there. So we have to hop out that window.
If you hop out of the window on the far right, that plus sign won't go away. And you will lose one of your companions.
The checkpoint's generous, but it's still weird that that would happen. Alright, that restart encounter once again skips the camera panning down to them, but it also speeds up Joel's running animation, so we can get ahead of Tess and Ellie on the stairs there. Alright, we're going to enter the Capitol building now, and there's one main thing that happens. We pick up a rifle, which is a very valuable gun in this category, but we don't pick it up right away because then Joel looks at it for 7 or 8 seconds. So what we do is we run just a little further, it spawns in the enemies, then we pick up the gun behind us, and that prevents us from looking at it for so long. If you don't pick it up here, I think the next place to pick one up would be from a downed enemy somewhere in Pittsburgh. So you do want to pick it up here, but you gotta time a triangle prompt perfectly in order to do that.
Cutscene coming up. Bad news, guys. Tess actually got bitten in the museum. Yeah, very, very sad. So, the military are still chasing us, and they arrive. So, Tess does the noble thing. She sacrifices herself to hold off the military and persuades Joel to take Ellie to Tommy. Because Tommy used to be in the Fireflies, he would at least know where they are.
Yep, so now we're just trying to get out. There's the rifle we picked up. Went with an older strat there. We very recently changed up the strat in this area, but I don't trust it in a marathon environment just yet. So that worked perfectly. Alright, he's walking towards us, which is good. Where's this guy gonna be? Good.
I see it.
Perfect. Perfection.
Nice. Nice.
The bottom of the stairs there, there was no one looking out the back, so I could have sprinted the whole way, but I would have been alerted. Slowing down at the bottom of the stairs and then sprinting once I reached the water made it so there was no alert. You get a lot of different RNG on the bottom floor there. Stuff completely out of your control, but you just got to adapt to it. Like sometimes that enemy doesn't walk towards me, he walks into the room to the right, so I got to go down the middle of the floor. Very risky strat, but there's nothing else I can do. We got the better of the RNG there, though. So good. Alright, let's see what these two enemies do. These guys are a pain. I got normal dialogue. Wow. It's sad I'm making a big deal about something normal happening. His dialogue. Search the area, find them, and get the hell out of here before any clickers show up. I get such weird dialogue. Sometimes, one time, they didn't say anything, and then I was alerted and killed right away. Yeah, that happened. Other times they have, like, hunter dialogue. One time I heard him say, "Fan out!" Which is
that's
totally...
I was about to say, sometimes they say fan out. There's two of them.
They just shout it. which is totally related, or totally similar to what dialogue just happened right there.
What's that thing that Tess sometimes says that's in relation to clickers when we're facing Robert's guys?
Oh yeah, sometimes like companions don't know who they're fighting. In the slums, if you're getting like grabbed and put in a chokehold, she'll punch it off of you and she'll say, "Oh, I hate these things." What things? Like they didn't like change the dialogue for companions on like who they're fighting, so she thought they were infected, but they weren't. It's really funny. All right.
Little cutscene coming up. Actually, I can't really think of anything to say about this cutscene apart from we're about to go and find a friend of Joel's. We've got a long way to travel, incidentally. Not sure where yet, but Joel knows somebody who might be able to get us a car, so we're going to go and find him.
Yes, unfortunately, we're going to go and find him.
And yeah, we're about to. Yeah, some NPCs are good, and then some are Bill.
Well said. Well said. Bill may actually low-key be the worst companion in gaming history. I know that's a bold statement, but he's really bad. Someone like he does not put the I in AI. Let's put it that way.
And unfortunately, he's not even artificial. He is real. He is real, useless Bill.
Yeah.
But we love. He's actually one of the best characters in the game.
Oh yeah, written characters. Like from story perspective, he is one of the best characters in the game. But they made him as useless as a toddler in the gameplay. Ugh. Whatever. We'll get to him in like 6 minutes or so. Okay, so what we did with Molotovs and medkits in the downtown area, we're going to do the same thing in Billstown with nail bombs and modded melee weapons. Now, the modded melee weapons are basically just your normal melee weapons, like planks of wood, bats, and pipes, but as you can see, they have like a scissor through them, which if you swing at an enemy is a one-hit kill. But we don't, just like the medkits, we don't want to pick one up yet, because that will despawn the ones later on. And we want to get a nail bomb and craft another nail bomb before we pick up our first modded weapon, so we get the crafting ingredients for a modded weapon much later on. Okay.
There you go. Simple.
So
You all
easy.
got
Yep.
that?
How you don't find that on a first playthrough, I have no idea. Okay, so that was a sound glitch right there. That was an example of one. You probably heard it in the background.
Oh, you got the door.
Yeah, sometimes that door doesn't spawn in. This game just doesn't like it when you go really, really fast. A lot of the strats in this game are just to keep the game stable. Alright, now this is the strat I get asked about the most. Firing a revolver. And we're going to open this shiv door. This is the only shiv door we open in the entire run, by the way. We get the stuff inside. Now, firing that revolver bullet was just so we can sprint here. There were two clickers behind us hiding in like a little shed. So we alert them, and then we can sprint all the way to this sign right here, where otherwise it would just be a slow jog. Now, I know you're just like, oh, now you have no revolver ammo. What are you going to do? We enter one of Bill's traps up ahead, and after you're done with that section, the game gives you a bunch of revolver ammo. Are you going to drop ammo? No, you're not. Oh, well. I have enough pistol ammo. I left the slums with 2. And this is the other strat I get asked about the most. So normally you got to cross that plank over there and wait for Ellie to cross it as well. But she lags behind you a lot, most of the time. So what we're going to do is pick it up, place it as far to the right as we can.
Watch your step, you'll be fine.
Quite a specific spot that you're looking for here.
Yep.
Not the easiest strat in the world.
The wood just has to be touching the silver outline on the ground there. That's all it needs to do. And then you can pick it up from the other side. Ellie still makes her way up, but you don't have to wait for her to cross, which saves like 5 or 6 seconds. Alright, we also skipped picking up the bow, because once again, Joel will just look at it for 8 seconds or so. So, we're just
there's always a first time, Ant.
Oh, I'm sure I will pick up that bow someday. But we'll just pick it up later. The game will place it in a later section.
You don't take too kindly to strangers. Bill's a good guy. You just definitely need some time warming up to you. So.
Do we have time for some quick donations?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. We have $20 from the Gnarl You Know, who says Dino is the man. We have $15 from SocksFan666, thank you very much. And we have $5.99 from Smitemus, who says, here, have a high five, stay safe, people. And that was put towards the DLC incentive that is possibly coming up at the end of this run, if we meet it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thank you, friends.
Okay.
Keep it coming. Okay. Now this area is hold off the enemies. We are going to have a fully loaded revolver with basically infinite ammo here. And we're going to get swarmed by runners and clickers. 2 hits to down a runner, 4 hits to down a clicker. Now, on easier difficulties, if a runner catches up to you, you can mash square to punch it off you. And then get a free headshot. On grounded mode, if a runner catches up to you, you're dead. Then you got to do all this over again. So we're going to try and not have that happen.
And while Anthony is doing this, this will be followed by a cutscene. Not a huge amount to say about it, really. It's Bill does not actually have a car, but he knows where he can get something that's needed to fix a car up. And we're going to go and get whatever that is. It might be a battery or something. I don't know.
Could be. Alright, so Ellie tipped the fridge
Actually,
over. She tipped the, I think it's a fridge or something. So now we're much higher. So we're safe. Oh, I missed.
Hurry, they're getting closer.
Yeah,
Did you see me get a headshot on one?
Yeah, I'm seeing this a few seconds after it's actually happening. Sorry, a few seconds after your voice.
Yep.
I wasn't really sure what I was looking for there, but...
So what happened there was, notice I reloaded the revolver completely before the final shot on the clicker. That makes it so we leave with a lot more revolver ammo, but something weird in this game is I got a headshot on one of the runners, so I'm going to leave... No, I didn't. Okay, that's weird. This game is weird. I was supposed to leave with 15, but I have 16. Usually if you headshot a runner, it means you're going to leave with 1 less bullet than you normally do. I'm really surprised about that. Like, it's not dependent on how many you miss in that section. Well, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to enjoy it. Good thing, too.
But one of the first things that you'd be tempted to say is, okay, we got an extra little bit of ammo here. That's not always a great thing to have. I know it sounds like it's a bonus, but in reality, the game will sometimes reward you for not having enough ammo. So it can be a bad idea to have too much. We have to be really careful about how much ammo you're carrying forward into a section. Having too much can actually be bad.
Yeah, because you're not going to get drops later on. What I like to do in this run is enter an area with just enough ammo, then I'll use that ammo and then get it right back.
Simple drop off.
What are you delivering?
Alright, and from this point forward, we have to keep track of how many hits we have in a pipe that we picked up. So a piece of wood has 4 hits, a bat has 6 hits, and a pipe has 9 hits. And since the heads-up display is disabled, we can't see how many we have, so we need to keep track. And you can kill that runner with a brick. Just like that.
She's busy.
Okay, right here. There's a nail bomb on the ground, but it's not active. It becomes active once they are alerted to us. So we're gonna...
Why don't you fix one of these guys?
Not good, not good, not good. Okay, Bill actually helped me, and I wasted a rifle bullet for no reason. Whatever. That was supposed to kill all of them. It only killed... Alright, Ellie's pathfinding is all messed up. Come on, Ellie. Over here. Alright, I used 1 hit. I'll worry about that rifle ammo later. I think I know exactly what I'll do. Alright, so we have 8 pipe hits left. That was inconvenient. That always happens. They go and gather around the fire, but then the nail bomb isn't strong enough to take them all out.
So you noticed Ant did not pick up that extra melee weapon there, which would have given him the 9 hits. But there's a specific reason for that, and it happens in a little section in about 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. That's because, again, if we pick up a modded weapon, because it's the first one that we pick up, it's not going to spawn them later on. So what we want to do is pick up this nail bomb, which, because it's empty in our inventory already, we're going to get a full thing of blades and explosives. And we're going to craft another nail bomb before we pick up our first modded weapon. And that will make it so we have a full thing of blades and explosives. We already have a full thing of binding, which we will use to upgrade a modded weapon much later on. My brain's hurting thinking about all this stuff. There's just so much to this. Even just the spots in between the major encounters, going from point A to point B, there's just a lot to think about. Alright, in my splits, this section is titled Rip Run. In the game, this is also called the Graveyard, which is very fitting because how many runs would you
die
yeah,
at this section.
So many. It's got to be in the hundreds over the 5-6 years I've been running this game. Okay.
If you actually look very carefully at all of those gravestones there, a lot of them actually say Anthony's Run.
That would be cool if they patched that in. All right.
I'm lying, obviously.
7. He killed that one. Oh, I hope one doesn't spawn in over here. He might. No. Over here. Come on. Alright, that was actually good. Somehow.
Nice.
Alright, this strat's very specific. I'll talk about it after I perform it.
Hold up. I got a key for that gate. Just move quietly.
I should have 3 pipe hits after that. Ellie. Nice. She got rid of his plus sign. Beautiful. I love that strat. That is the best strat that I came up with. The entire run, that's the best strat right there. It used to be we would just run through the whole area and run to this door. But Bill would always get plus sign, then we'd have to restart and counter, and then what that distraction did right there was it makes it so no infected spawn over here. And also, Ellie will get rid of any plus sign that Bill gets there. So if I was doing the strat from like 2 years ago, or even a year ago, we would have had to restart and counter. Bill is just Mr. Liability. Alright, that was really good. And to my knowledge, we should have 3 pipe hits left. We had 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We should have 3.
We're all fine. Let's just keep going.
This run is going well, but there's no chance at a record because I'm doing a lot of slower strats. For marathon safety, of course. Alright, this strat's maybe like a month old. It's been working very well. Let's see.
There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
2.
Ellie, run!
We have to go back for Ellie. Oh man, we got to do it over. That's the first time that's failed in that way.
Wow.
I know, right? Weird. We got to do a strat from a long time ago now.
Really strange.
Oh well. Come on, Bill. Alright, that was a disaster. But we're gonna make it through.
We do talk about some areas where the RNG is very flaky, but I think we forget just how just how variable the RNG can be in that section.
Yep. It's not even a section I'm gonna try and find a new strat. That was just literally the worst thing that could have happened. Like, that would happen in a no reset run. Where's my revolver? Where did I drop it?
But you never know where those runners are going to.
I don't think I can keep going. Where's my revolver? I dropped it over here. It's over here somewhere. No, it's over here.
No, it's gone.
Where? Oh my god, I gotta do this. It must have dropped somewhere in the... Wow, we have to do this all over again.
It's gone out of bounds, I think.
I think it went out of bounds. Graveyard.
Yeah.
What did I tell you, people? Yeah, I can't keep going. There's a trick here that we do. I didn't even talk about it. Watch what we do. 1. Now I have more hits than I normally... Alright,
because
we dropped our gun.
You didn't even have the weapon slot.
That's so weird, man.
It's gone again.
Well, yeah, but I drop it. That's done intentionally. There's our gun right there. I need to pick it up before I leave. Alright, the strat there is, I break my melee weapon, then I switch to my revolver, and instead of dropping the broken melee weapon, he drops the gun. So we're compensated with a lot more shotgun ammo. But it must have dropped out of bounds. I can't leave without it. That was really, really bizarre. I could not think of a worse way for Graveyard to go. That's so fitting. Good thing I put a 3-hour estimate. My record's 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds, which I got only 3 days ago. But I'm going to say that wasted like 4 minutes there. Alright, if this run gets below 3 hours, then that would be very nice. We're out of there. We're out of there. It's okay. Skip the cutscene. Thank you. Alright, here's where
not much of a cutscene, really, where we just find that the battery that Bill was after is not in that truck, which is what we were looking for.
Alright, that was good. Alright, now what just happened there? We restart encounter when all the enemies are dead, and we got all of our stuff back. That is a side effect specific to Grounded only. And you can only do that in like 2 other areas. And I will explain why that is allowed in a Glitchless category. I can see the chat now, I'm psychic. Glitchless SpongeBob meme. I know. Let me take out the bloater first. Big blobby infected thing. And I will explain why we allow that. Hit him. This might not kill him. Oh, it did. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So the reason that's allowed is because if you kill the enemies too quickly and you hit triangle on the door too early, you actually soft lock the game. The triangle prompt will never appear again. So the only way out is to restart. The only way to continue is to restart encounter. And a buggy side effect of Grounded, only on Grounded, is that you get your stuff back. And it's specific to this area. And 2 others. Alright, please drop something. He did. Alright. I'll let him drop. Alright, we'll have 3 leaving the place. That's not bad. Whew, alright. Alright, the sooner we leave Billstown, the better. Graveyard.
We never want to see that guy again. But of course we will see him frequently. Don't forget to follow Anthony, guys, because
Over here.
there's not many people that can run the game like this.
Well, thank you. Follow Dino as well. Oh my. Okay, hold on. Wait. I didn't craft a nail bomb. Craft the nail bomb. Here's our first modded weapon, and now we have the inventory to craft another one later. I never crafted the nail bomb. Throughout all that craziness, I didn't, I never crafted the nail bomb. Oh well. Restart encounter, we're fine. But yeah, you have to do that if you want to, like, upgrade a melee weapon much later.
Quick word about the cutscene that we skipped there. We discovered Frank, Bill's partner. Oh, I never mentioned Bill's partner. Anyway, Bill's partner, Frank, dead.
Keep your foot on the clutch.
Mm.
When we get to
I know how to pop.
But he did take the battery, and it's in this truck. So we're good to go.
Yep, we just got to get it moving down the hill to, like, charge it up. Alright, I love this trick right here. So, the infected in this first waves literally spawn in out of thin air. It's supposed to be a clicker and then 2 runners. But if we alert the clicker, as soon as it spawns in, out of thin air, it prevents the spawn of 2 runners right after. So we just have that clicker to deal with. Now I'm going to try for the truck push. I doubt I will get it, but I will try. We'll explain afterwards what it is. Ah, man. Alright. Let's deal with this last wave here, and then I'll talk about what I was trying to do. It's very funny. We're just going to use all shotgun ammo on these guys. Bill killed it. How about that? Wow.
He's not entirely useless. He's only 99% useless.
Yep, there's the 1% right there. He'll kill a runner, like, right away if his back is turned to it. He'll just stab it right in the back.
Right,
Okay.
we're about to take a very long drive into Pittsburgh. It's one of the longest cutscenes in the game, but there's not really that much to say about it.
I can't believe he killed one.
Bill, you see, he is actually the best. Oh my, am I drinking wine?
Okay.
You're complimenting Bill. You might be a little...
Mm.
Alright, so the truck push, what I was trying to do was... if you stop pushing the truck on the same frame as Bill, the truck will push itself down the hill. And Bill stops pushing the truck when a runner gets a certain distance to him. I tried, but like I said, it is a frame-perfect trick, so it's next to impossible to get. I get it from time to time, though. It's like 9 or 10 seconds faster than normal, and you get to keep all your shotgun ammo.
This is a restart encounter that we do to make sure that the enemies are predictably positioned.
No, I don't restart encounter anymore.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you used to, though.
Used to. Yep. It's
Wow.
3 seconds faster to
Right.
not restart encounter.
Oh, right. I do the RE all the time now.
I'll have to restart encounter if I mess this up. There's a little bit of a new strat here. Good. Come on, buddy. Peek. Peek! Thank you.
So it may be a patch thing. I do prefer the RE there.
Oh, yeah. Patch definitely does affect this area. Alright, will I make it there in time? Yes, I will. Very nice. Alright. Finally, we get a good performed section. We're out of Billstown. I'm a lot happier now.
Do we have time for a couple of quick donations?
Yes, you do. This is a very slow section.
Sweet. We have quite a few backed up donations, so apologies and bear with me, folks. We have a $50 donation from Kimothy, who says, finally I can hopefully watch you high five Ellie. We have a $12 donation, I apologize if I mispronounce this, from Yasuke on Throw, who says, thanks ESA and good luck, Ant. Love ya. And $15 from Ant Gun, who says, hey Ant and Dino, good luck on the run. Let's get the donation hype train going for the Left Behind DLC. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, friends. All of those names we know so well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, guys. Alright, there's a smoke bomb right there, but we're not going to pick it up because he looks at it for a long time, just like everything else he picks up for the first time. We're going to pick that up later in the hotel, just a little bit later. But we're not doing any more inventory manipulation, like we gotta delay picking up a smoke bomb to pick up something else. We're not doing that anymore.
That's our way out of here.
We're just going to pick it up later so we don't have to stare at it.
Slow down. Wait for me.
And I know I'm jinxing it by saying it, but coming up right here is probably my favorite strat in the run, when it works. Because, remember, they'll only drop rifle ammo if I get down to 0. So there's 3 enemies right here. Basically, we're going to use our rifle ammo and then get it right back. Here we go.
Good. When did you learn to shoot?
I missed. Okay. I don't recall I've done that before. Well, whatever. There's the stuff. There's a... Okay. I missed a body shot right there. I could hit those headshots from across the map with the pistol, but a body shot with a rifle 2 feet in front of me? Whoa there. Asking way too much of me.
Was that extra ammo there?
No, that's the 2 that I always pick up there. He always drops 2. I just... I normally pick it up in a different spot. Alright, we gotta be quiet here. I know we're making a lot of noise, but we actually have to be quiet.
I got something over here.
Beautiful. Alright, that was a weird Pittsburgh. But we're out of there. We're good on ammo, we're good on health, we're good on inventory. Somehow we're good on all of that. And we can keep going to the hotel. Now that strat right there, I slow down my sprint on the bottom set of stairs of the bookstore and then start up again at the top. And I need to do a slow leap over the crate, grab the brick behind me, and then I use that brick to distract the enemy guarding the door, and then I can just sprint out of there. But what I do after I throw the brick, I let go of sprint and then start up again once the brick lands. It makes it so I don't get alerted.
There's our bridge.
A lot of little stuff. When it looks like I'm just running through an area, there's a lot of little stuff that I do. Otherwise, I'll be alerted. And then enemies, they don't miss on grounded. They do not miss. And really all we're doing in this town right here is trying to get out. We have no, like, affiliation or desire to be in Pittsburgh. We were driving through, but we got ambushed, so we lost the car. But now we're just trying to get out. Travel across the entire country on foot.
What was that all about?
Get on. We'll come to the hotel.
America is rather big on foot, isn't it?
I would say so. Let's put it this way. If you gave me, like, $10 million to go from, like, Maine to California or something, no thank you. Alright. Get that bottle. Switch to our bow. Because we actually have to do the hotel quietly. Oh, we don't have any shotgun ammo. That's not good. Well, we better get some later.
Now you just
We don't have to worry about that right now.
Do you think those hunters are gone?
But we might later.
Find out. It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
Now the hotel, you've got to, if you're playing this casually, you can spend an hour or so going through the hotel.
A lot of enemies, a lot of rooms.
So it's about 18 or 19, is it? I can't remember how many there are. There's a lot.
Been a long time since I played this normally. I don't know.
I'm on it.
But Yeah, here's the strat. We're going to distract the enemies right away with this bottle. We're going to stop sprinting through this doorway, and then start up again on the other side. And instead of using the staircase, we're just going to climb up to the second floor from here. We're going to spawn in the enemies right away, with the subtitle as our like visual cue. Go back in here, get these supplements, because we're waiting for these guys to go into their room. Alright, I got the bad RNG. That's alright. We're going to kill this guy. Quietly. Get our arrow back, so that's good. And then we just head for the elevator. And that's the hotel. Oh, and here's the smoke bomb. If we it's only here because we didn't pick it up in the the first part of Pittsburgh on the shelf there. And there we don't have to spend 8 seconds looking at it. And there's also a thing of alcohol right next to it, which we also needed. So,
Let's see where this goes.
2 for 1. Alright, and this is finally where we use our supplements. We've been picking up these pills or supplements throughout the whole run. We have just enough. We should have 50. We do. We're going to upgrade weapon sway. And then we're going to switch back to our rifle. Very nice.
Everyone I know who plays this game, this is the scariest section for most people. And yet the odd thing is when you know what you have to do, the quick way of getting through it, it's one of the most, I don't know if Anthony would agree with this, probably one of the most straightforward. Apart from the RNG that you can get at the top.
Yeah, it is pretty straightforward. So the way the area works, it's the hotel basement. It's full of stalkers and a bloater. Now, stalkers are definitely the most annoying of the infected. Runners, they run at you. Clickers are slow. They're a one-hit kill. Stalkers are like in between the two. Their attacks are super fast, way faster than any of your like combat animations. And they don't like run at you. They will like flank you. They will hide behind corners and then jump out at you. They're basically smart, less aggressive runners, basically. And it's here and only one other area where they're in the game. But what we do here is there's a locked door. Now, it needs to be opened with a key card, so we need to turn a generator on so the key card will work, pick up the key card, and then go for the door. Now, right now there are no infected. Infected only spawn in when you've done one of the 3 things. Go for the door, go for the key card, or go for the generator. So what we're going to do is place a nail bomb right there. 3, 2, 1. Stalker spawns on the nail bomb. We kill it, so we can turn this generator on. Now the bloater's a problem, so what we're going to do is sprint around the bottom floor here, so it hops down to the first floor. Pick up the key card, and then go. They're all running away to the right. That's good.
But the RNG here can absolutely murderous.
Yep, just like that. There's that RNG right there. That's why I picked up a brick. With a brick, if you let go of sprint and you basically hit square like I did there, he will bash the brick over the stalker's head, which is the fastest animation that Joel has. So it worked beautifully there, because I also need a brick or a bottle right here. That was nice. And some bad RNG there. Okay, here we go. 4 enemies. 4 human enemies.
This is a great section. Really, really quick when it goes right. And we're about to have another little cutscene. Ellie appears as Joel is being drowned in that pool of water. Ellie arrives and shoots the guy. And Joel is a bit of an idiot, really. He doesn't give her credit for saving his life. So Ellie is not really too happy with him from this point on. Well, you know, not for a while anyway.
You gotta hit square the first time, but you don't have to hit anything here, because then Ellie shows up.
Yeah. You just sit here and admire the square prompt.
Yes, it's a good-looking square prompt they made there. Okay, that's it for the hotel. Up next is the financial district, which is basically I'm going to kill 13 enemies in 30 seconds.
We need to get back out.
That's the gist of it. I'm going to use a nail bomb, a Molotov, and 6 revolver bullets if it goes well, and a rifle bullet. I'm going to use the rifle bullet right away, so there's a chance enemies will drop some later on, because we got down to 0. So hopefully I leave here with a lot of rifle ammo. That's the plan.
And in the meantime, we'll have a little cutscene here where Joel does finally acknowledge the fact that Ellie helped him out. But the most important thing is he is going to entrust Ellie here with a rifle to, you know, cover him in this this combat.
Let's go.
And she can help you out. And she usually does. She actually, a companion actually helps out here.
Yeah, she's very, very good. But this is it's kind of interesting here for the ammo situation, because what happens here is after you've killed everything, killed all of your enemies, you've got to make sure that you pick everything up, because if you don't, it despawns.
I'm already getting weird RNG. Okay. Alright, that was good. I need stuff, come on.
Come on down.
Oh, that was pretty good. Alright. So I got bad RNG there because the nail bomb didn't kill 3 enemies. So I had to fire those next 2 shots very quickly. I was able to do it, but once again, see, the thing with nail bombs when you throw them in this game, they have really good rolling physics. When the nail bomb hits the ground, it either like stays put or it just keeps rolling down the hill. So it's really difficult to get that perfect throw. In that regard, it definitely rolled down the hill because it was supposed to kill 3. Whatever. The fight was perfect besides that.
Good thinking.
And we
Okay. Corner jump, please.
got it. I got it. Very lucky. Thankful I haven't messed that up in a long time. Rip to these people. Ew. Yucky.
Do we have time for some quick donations?
Yes. Yes, we do.
We have a $35 donation from AnthonyCaliber, who says, keep going strong, and don't you dare high-five Ellie. However, we have a $35 donation from Kimothy, who says, hi Ant, you're doing great, high-five Ellie please. And also a $5.99 donation from Benzil that says, Ant hype, thank you all for your support.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
MCal, that's my brother. Hey, Mikey. Thanks for that donation.
Man,
Ain't nothing we could have done.
I know. It's just
Alright, rest of financial is pretty straightforward. We didn't use the brick in that fight because we need it right here. Up. Okay. Switch to our bow. Distract him with the brick. And then just get out of there. And we can sprint the whole way. That's good. Alright, this restart encounter makes the area more consistent. And it also spawns Ellie right next to us. Now we actually...
Now, there are 7 hunters in this area. But we're going to kill 4. And that means that the other 3 are not there anymore.
Arrow didn't break, that's good. You know what? I'm going to take some time loss and go in here and get the shotgun shell. Normally I don't have to do this and it does waste time, but I am really struggling. I have no shotgun ammo right now, and I need at least 2 for the sewers, just to be able to continue. So that definitely wasted like 7 or 8 seconds, but game is just not cooperating. Like, I can't substitute the shotgun ammo with anything in the sewers. It's very rare I enter the next area in financial here without any shotgun ammo. Game is not looking out for me there. Alright, this is actually like a 1 week old strat here. We're just going to run past the military truck.
Let's go through the alley.
The one that killed those 2 people earlier. So we're going to jump through this window. Looking good. No damage. Very nice. Okay. Swing at this guy. Alright, what are we gonna get here? Good. No black screen. Sometimes the camera in the game can glitch out and then restart encounter, or just send you back to where we first started running past the military truck. Super annoying, and it happened to me in a good run like a couple weeks ago. Totally random.
And we are about to meet Henry and Sam, brothers.
Or as I like to call them, Bill 2.0.
Yep. Henry is, I guess, early 20s or something like that. Sam is quite young, 12, 13. They are trying to escape the city. They arrived here with like a group looking for supplies. And they're kind of stuck. So we're going to try and help them out.
Really? I heard some bad stuff going on.
Alright, all you gotta do here is hop the railings. Come on. Alright, I'm struggling here. Now he's blocking me. That could have been done a lot faster. Oh well. You get a funny side effect from getting ahead of him. See? Bloop. Makes me laugh every time. Because the game's just like... They only imagined a scenario where he was always in front of you. So, when you get ahead of him, they just place him ahead of you. Alright, this next area. 3 enemies on the bottom floor, 2 enemies on the top floor. Now, the 2 enemies on the top floor, they will stay in their upstairs room if you take the 3 guys out on the bottom floor quietly. So we want to kill them loudly so the 2 guys upstairs will run out of their room so we can kill them much easier.
How far is this place?
And to do that, what do I got here? Alright, we're good on inventory. We're going to upgrade a modded bat. We have the supplies because of the nail bomb modded bat inventory manipulation in Billstown. So arrow, swing, swing, switch out to the rifle. Henry needs to climb the front part of the car. If he climbs the car this way, he'll just stand here for 30 seconds. So we were kind of blocking him from moving forward for that. Alright. Kill him. I need that shotgun ammo. Don't choke me. Ease. Alright, little weird. I think it was because I picked up the shotgun shell there. He was supposed to run in here. Yeah, he was supposed to run in here, and I kill him, like, right here. So Henry sprints the entire way to this door. I think he slowed down because I picked up the shotgun ammo. No biggie. No damage. I got the appropriate amount of supplies, so we're fine. Just time loss. Alright, bow, revolver, Molotov, smoke bomb. Alright, the last thing of crafting ingredients that we pick up is half a thing of alcohol in the dam, and that's it. We have 1 more Molotov to craft for the entire run.
Cutscene coming up. Not really that much. We just agree that we're going to try... the Henry and Sam, they're trying to find the Fireflies too.
What are you doing?
So, we're going to join forces. Yeah.
You're a little behind me. Look what Sam's doing.
Oh my word.
Bill 2.0, the 2 of them.
Yeah. That's comforting.
Relax, old man.
Hey.
You know the way.
Alright, this is what we've been saving our revolver for. Difficult sections like financial and the searchlight. We're going to start out quietly and then go loud. We're doing really good on arrows. The worst thing about Henry is he takes credit for it. He's just like, we did it, we did it. It's like, have you seen him do anything yet?
Yeah, I hear it, but I don't see shit. Come to hide behind. You did it!
Nice. I don't recall I've ever... Well, I have, but... Not too many runs I have where...
Oh, no T-pose.
No. All my arrows haven't broken. That is very rare. I have, like, as many arrows as I could possibly have. Okay.
All right, check it out.
Good.
Okay, so a restart encounter that we're going to do here as we get into the bar area. We actually do this to avoid a glitch. What happens if you don't, Ari, is that for some stupid reason, the game forces the camera over to the right constantly.
Yeah, the game wants to point the camera. I'm sure this has happened to everyone in their playthrough. The game wants to point the camera towards the truck, even when you're inside the next area. And you can't aim, you can't do anything. It is so inconvenient. So a way to get rid of it is to restart encounter as soon as you enter the bar. That gets rid of it.
Which is, incidentally, some of you guys will know this, this is the bar from Uncharted 3.
Yep, the very start of Uncharted 3, the bar brawl. Same exact one. I think this is even called Sully's Bar, I think. There's a sign on here, it's Sully's something. Yeah, I underthrew that. Alright, that was a horrible throw. Well, it worked out in a way because I got my shotgun shell back, but yeah, that Molotov was supposed to kill 4 of them. It only killed 2. My bad. I always mess up that throw when it matters. I got a shotgun shell out of it. Alright, so if you run at this angle here, you'll skip the little cutscene of... you skip the little cutscene of the truck breaking through the gate. And if you shoot that gas tank right there, you'll also skip the animation of Joel tripping over it when the truck, like, ignites it.
Hey, we're gonna search
That was a
this
little
area.
sloppy in the bar there. Oh well.
That was intense.
Right, and they jump into the water, which wasn't a great idea because Ellie can't swim. Joel tried to rescue Ellie, but got knocked out by a rock, and they wake up on this beach area here. Turns out that Henry, being an absolute hero, as he is,
Keep your eyes peeled.
found them and rescued them. I don't think Joel was all that impressed, really.
Give your hand with it.
I already don't like Henry. We did it, guys, we did it. You didn't... He hasn't done anything. He's already said we did it like 2 or 3 times, and he has done absolutely nothing. I hope in part 2 we get some, like, alone time in enemy encounters.
Hey, flashlights out. Sam, stay.
Alright, this is actually a good time for some donations, because it's a bit of a slow area towards the start.
Excellent, thank you very much. We have a lot of donations. We have $50 from Adam Williams with no comment, thank you very much. A $15 donation from Frambe, who says, "Good luck, Ant." Great commentary from Dino as well. After that, Graveyard, no high five for Ellie. And $30 from Nbird with no comment. Thank you all very much for your donations.
Thank you, guys.
Yay! Yeah,
I
thank you so much.
I didn't even think about it. It was Ellie who got the plus sign. Alright, this restart encounter places Sam and Henry really close to us. It also speeds up Joel's running animation just a little bit. It also places Henry right in front of this wheel. So as soon as we resurface, he's right there to spin it. Otherwise, he's like right where Ellie is. There's a bunch of benefits to that restart encounter there. If it wasn't, I hate to bring it up, but if it wasn't for that graveyard,
I'm gonna have a look.
we might even be on like a high 250 or a low 251 pace right now. Probably going to be like a 254 or 255 at this point. Oh well.
Well, you were saying 4 minutes outside the high school. I was thinking it was maybe more like 2.5, something like that. Didn't seem that long to me.
I had to, well, I did it a second time, and then I lost the revolver somewhere. It must have fell out of bounds, which has never happened to me before.
Yeah.
So it was having to do it a third time. After the second try took so long, I think that's what did it. We'll see what time we end up with. I still got to play perfectly from this point forward.
Generator still got some juice.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, coming up here. I only have 1 revolver bullet and no pistol ammo, so I'm really hoping we get some drops. So there's 1 runner and 3 runners and 1 clicker in this next area. We're going to use the 3 shotgun shells to kill them, but I'm really hoping they give me revolver and pistol ammo. I need just 1 pistol ammo. I would prefer 1 pistol bullet and like a bunch of revolver bullets.
It's a sort of alarm.
Well, you've kiss of death, Anthony. Come on, be honest, mate.
I know. This part of graveyard, it's been going well lately. I know.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't quit. Restart. There we go. There's my 1 pistol bullet. Alright, we got 2 pistol bullets. We're just fine.
Seeing how there was a clicker, they've been going.
I wish there was a way to get 4 shotgun shells there. Because you gotta do like a bunch of slow swings on that clicker.
Okay, this is one of the more RNG-ish sections of the game.
It's the other stalker area. The hotel basement was one. This is the other. Yeah, it's a strat I wish I could improve for consistency, but it will always be random. Stalkers are just that, random. So I'm going to use a brick and 1 of my pipe hits, and that's it. Hopefully, that's the plan. Whew. We'll have to see. All right, this restart encounter is going to make their AI more consistent. As consistent as it can be. So let's see what happens. That's already bad luck. And yeah, I'm not even going to bother. I was even going to say it too. The one thing you don't want to have happen is a stalker approach you from the right, which he's doing now 2 times in a row. Yeah, whatever. I am kind of over the RNG in this run so far. So, second try, I got a revolver bullet. I still have my health. Stalkers are running away. I don't ask for much. I just hope whoever made this section in the game is looking for work. Stalkers. I'm just kidding.
We gotta keep running it. Darling, over there.
Ugh.
Too many of them.
Ellie, get away from the door.
What's in the next area? Alright, there's one more spot. I have extra arrows, so I'm gonna use my bow. There was a shorty we could have picked up earlier, which is like a pocket shotgun. But again, he looks at it for a long time. So we skip picking it up, and we'll pick it up in the next area. So this is like a horde mode, this area. Sam and Ellie are trying to open a locked door from the outside, so we have to fend for ourselves inside. and it's an infinite spawn, infinite supply of infected. There always needs to be 5 infected in the area. If you kill one, the game will spawn like 1 more. There always needs to be 5.
Here, give me a boost. Get through that window.
So what we want to do is start killing them at the very last second. So by the time the next wave of enemies spawns in, we're already outside. Now we're going to do a little trick here. We actually have a little bit of time to deal some damage to the infected that hop down right away, because they don't become active until like 4 seconds after they hop down. Alright. There's one. And freeze. So that's a side effect of hitting a clicker like right away. Too close, too close. Back it up. Those infected are a little busted back there. Oh, Henry. Henry, over here. I am real sick of his help, you know that? Alright, we're fine. We just gotta hold them off. I tried to split. Man. Did you hear the spacebar in the background through my mic? I tried to split. Oh well.
It's weird, that thing with the clickers. You hit them and they freeze. People sometimes say, "Oh, that's got to be a glitch. It's got to be a glitch." Well, how can it be? It's a combat situation,
Yeah.
and one of the things that you would do is you would attack them as they land. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can totally see the chat now. I thought this was glitchless. Glitchless. I've seen it before. I've heard it all before. And yeah, I discovered that strat completely by accident. The plan was, the shorty, as you saw, is horrible. It has horrible range, unupgraded. It is a very bad shotgun. So the thought was, alright, the infected that hop down first, they don't really become active until like 4 or 5 seconds after their feet hit the floor. So I was like, let me run in, swing my pipe at them, and deal some damage. And it turns out that's a side effect of what happens. Should I heal here? Yeah, I'm not hoarding medkits for anything. I'm going to heal here. Joel isn't looking so good. That's the medkit we picked up in the slums. That's what I saved it for. Because I'm not worried about this sniper. Even with full health, this sniper will kill you in 1 hit. But I am worried about the guys on the ground. They have shotguns and rifles and revolvers. It's not good. They clip you once, you would die. I would probably be able to survive a bullet or 2 if they hit me. Plus, it's pointless for me to hoard medkits. You can make it through here with no damage, though.
Be careful.
I'm hoping that's what happens. Yeah, you get clipped by this military sniper, and game over. Even with full health. Left trash can, right of the stairs. Always keeps that tree in his line of sight. Now, what do we get here? Listen for... Alright, I got the... Alright, I don't know what's going to happen here. Go, go, come on! Man, this game.
Okay, I think we're through.
Yeah, I made it. I got a really weird thing of RNG there. What I was listening for was when I'm running on the left side of those houses, I actually want an alert sound. That will align the enemies so they just don't really see me. But I didn't get that. So I had to sprint the whole way, but holding my breath the whole time. It's actually worse to not get spotted there.
Okay, now after this sniper section, there's quite a long bit of not much happening. It is downtime, and if we want to read some donations, that'll be great, and that will lead into a very long cutscene. What happens here? It almost sounds like a spoiler to mention it now. Unfortunately, little Sam got bitten in this section here. and he turns overnight, tries to attack Ellie. His brother Henry pulls the gun and kills him. Oh, it's so sad. I can hardly talk about. No, it's actually very easy. And Henry then turns the gun on himself, and we move into the next chapter.
Yep.
So, like I said, this is quite a specific. Henry, you useless. Useless.
Yeah, he got. He was firing that revolver just like blindly over his head. All right, let's see.
Maybe I'll kill a tree.
Yeah. Alright, this isn't just target practice. I am killing these guys at specific times. See, once Henry kills one of them, or Ellie, they're scripted to kill one. See, right about now. Alright, good. They killed him, so then that means I just have one more to kill. And I killed them at, like, specific times, so no extra enemies spawned in. Alright, well, that was a good sniper.
That guy's going to get run over, isn't he? Oh, it's happened.
I kind of shot his head off.
So, yes, there is a little bit of downtime here, so if you've got any donations or...
Oh, the high five / no high five incentive is coming up in, like, 2 minutes, I'd say.
Thanks, Joel.
So
Okay,
we'll be ending that soon.
Cool. We have a $14 1 cent donation from Smiteless, who says, "Here, have some more. You're welcome." A $50 donation from Soma, who says, "Congratulations on the recent world record. Thanks for all you do for this game and the community. In the words of Henry, except Ant Colony is more useful. Alright, we did it!" And $50 from, and I hope I don't mispronounce this, Midrin Emrys, who says, "Hey Ant, thanks for the entertaining run. And Dino, your commentary is awesome. I love the combination of you two working together to bring us this. $40 to the any percent run, and $10 to the no high five. And just to let you know, so that you know where we are currently, High Five Ellie is at $120, and Don't High Five Ellie is at $306. So it's kind of running away with it currently.
All right. I mean, she did get a plus sign this run, so I ain't gonna complain. Oh yeah, that's a weird side effect when this section's over. His body parts gain collision, and you can like dismember him. It's just something to do during downtime. You can also, it's target practice really, this area. Alright.
Got time for a couple more then?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a slow area.
Jackson County.
Okay, we'll go for 2 more quick ones. We've got Poyago Boy with $10 who says, "Hey Ant, you're doing great. Love seeing and hearing you and Dino in action." And we have $30 from Anthony's favourite sister, from Luke and Nicole, cheering for you in Philly. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Yay.
Nikki. Thanks for that. Aw.
What happened?
Alright, I'm gonna skip jumping off the cliff here. I'll take a 4-second time loss. I want to keep the medkit for later in case something happens.
So what was it about?
Tommy saw the world one way, I saw the other.
And that's why he joined the Fireflies.
Yeah, your friend Marlene...
Yeah, there's a strat you can do there where you can like jump off the ledge of that cliff. Even like the slightest wrong angle, the fall damage will kill him. But it's faster than hopping down there, what I did there. And the reason I don't do that isn't because of risk or anything, but the next enemy encounter, there's a guy who has a rifle, and he's a good shot with that thing. If I combine the fall damage with getting hit by the rifle, it'll kill me. If I have full health, the rifle will leave me with just a little bit of health. I can survive it. But because this is a no reset run, I want to save the medkit in case weird stuff happens later, preferably in, or specifically in winter.
Can I just mention something? I'm really grateful that even though my PayPal thing is in Swedish at the moment, Swedish for login is logger in.
That one's pretty easy to understand. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
All right. Donation incentive for high five is, I'm gonna mark it as officially over. So looks like we're not high fiving her.
Do not high five Ellie.
Hey, my pleasure. She got plus sign this run. Lost me a lot
Just
of
very
time.
quickly, Dino with the $100 who says, never high five.
Thank you, Dino. Overwhelming victory. Don't high five her.
Go and give it a spin.
All right. So in like 8 seconds, when Ellie makes you feel when Ellie tells you how she doesn't appreciate the not high five, I want you all to know that you made this happen. Here we go. Turn your volume up, people.
Team effort.
Be careful crossing that thing.
I will.
Teamwork.
No.
Really? Just gonna leave me hanging? All right. Let's see how it is. Switch that 5.
I know I am.
Lovely.
Pass this place, then we can scrounge up some.
That was all you, chat. The alternative is you high five her and she just says, yeah.
Ain't no way around.
False alarm! They're friendlies. We've been dealing with
All right.
bandits. A lot of bandits in this area.
Hey, it's Tommy.
Quiet for a few days. What the hell are you doing here? I thought I'd find you. in
That's the
Jackson.
guy who was pushing us in the intro.
Trying to bring the plant back to life.
We had it working before, but one of the turbines went south.
We have electricity, Joel. I had.
Oh, look who it is over there next to the horse.
No way. You guys have
Okay.
horses.
This guy's face. If you guys want to sleep tonight, look away.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. He likes when you cut his ears. You ever ride one?
I actually have.
Oh,
His face makes me laugh every
If you
time.
want, we can take him riding later.
That'd be awesome.
Even his voice.
hey, thanks, Tommy.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Tommy.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
No sweat. All right, let's
Just the
continue.
eyes. Even when he pans around, his eyes are... makes me laugh. All right. This is probably one of, like, the longer sections in the game where nothing much happens.
Waiting on Hauser and the rest of the boys.
All right, so any donations right now are going towards Left Behind,
Just a couple.
any percent at the end of this run.
Take it easy.
And we have about an hour left in the run. It's weird. This game is like divided into seasons. There's summer, fall, winter, spring. Summer is literally 2/3 of the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fall, winter, and spring is the other third.
You want to come check it out?
I'd rather eat with Ellie.
It's my turn anyway. I'll go.
I'll come with you. Go with Maria. It's included.
Oh, and I always do this in a marathon. Shoutouts to the Twister for finding this strat. I single him out specifically because he found a really, really good strat here. Maria, normally,
It'll be the 6th time of them trying to get the turbines.
she
back
has
on
like a phobia of doors.
Just a week. It feels like forever.
See, for the longest time, we would lose anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds because she would walk up those stairs and then just stand in front of the door and do nothing.
Most of
Just
our stuff's
nothing.
long gone.
Nothing at all.
Most of it.
And we would just lose time for no reason. But Twister found out that if you stand in front of the door,
It's a little faded.
Maria will never open it. So when she stops moving, if you're in front of the door and then you move away, the game is like, all right, now you can move. So she's finally consistent. It's not the fastest walking animation she can get there, but it prevents massive time loss.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just check on my guys.
And that's good enough for me.
Come on.
You know, we've got to think about this for next time. There's got to be an incentive to pet Buckley.
Yeah, Buckley. I can't really do that because it... Well, I could. There's nothing stopping me from doing it, but it actually does lose me time. I need to get the parts on the other side of the crate there, and then Tommy's already too far ahead. Although I guess I could crouch walk ahead of him here and then pet him.
Thought no one could live like this anymore.
Whether you're ahead of him here or behind him, it doesn't matter.
Do for protection.
If I wanted to pet Buckley, though, I could get ahead of him. But I risk, like, Tommy stopping if I get, like, right in front of him.
Go, right?
Who doesn't?
So yeah, right here, I need,
I'm maybe you don't have to.
Last thing of parts. We're finally going to use our parts to upgrade Joel's weapons. All we're going to do is upgrade the right holster and the clip capacity in the rifle. We should have 96 parts. Now this section right here, all their dialogue is on a timer. We have to grab our this is a new gun, the El Diablo. We have to grab our weapons, some parts downstairs, and upgrade our weapons before one guy downstairs, Tommy says, "God damn, we did it, boys." And then after that, Tommy will start moving. It's all very specific timing. Like, all of this going down here and collecting and upgrading is not losing us any time, because Tommy's the one who has to open the door down there, and he won't start moving until after a specific line of dialogue.
All right, that's good. Tommy's here.
So 96 parts, right holster, clip capacity. And we need to cross this invisible line by the time he's done saying this line right here.
We did it, boys.
Then he starts moving. So we did all of that upgrading and stuff, but we didn't lose any time at all. Alright, we have full health. Switch out my guns here. Rifle, El Diablo.
And we're about to have a cutscene here where Joel tries to hand over Ellie to Tommy to continue the journey, so he can go back home or do whatever he wants to do. Because remember, Tommy, as far as Joel is aware, Tommy would know where the Fireflies are, so he would know where to take her.
Don't let him into the building.
Remember, Joel is kind of getting quite attached to this girl now, and that's the thing that he's scared of. Doesn't want to lose anybody in the same way that he lost his daughter. But Tommy says, "No way, dude. I'm not doing it."
And then bandits show up. And don't let him into the building.
Yep.
Oh, I'm surprised that throw worked. The enemies spawn in, and then they're just supposed to, like, run through the door, but that guy just ran backwards right away. It's going to be difficult picking up the alcohol here. Oh, there it is. Alright, I'm good on supplies.
That was weird. I actually thought that molly throw was a little bit high, but it was fine.
Ooh, that was nice right there. Alright, switch out.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that was a good one. I wish I was timing that. Well, lately I've been throwing that Molotov higher, because what happens sometimes is a guy runs, like, directly out of the door. And, you know, I want it to burn up some of the guys behind him. But if I throw it, like, lower, it's going to hit the guy. It's going to hit the first guy, and then guys behind him might not get burned up. That's been happening a lot. So I'm throwing it higher so it's guaranteed to hit the doorway. I think I've already had that throw fail once before, though, so... It's always on my really good runs that Molotov throw doesn't work.
Oh, you guys are wondering what the hell is going on with the story here. Ellie got wind of the fact that Joel wanted to... Actually, Tommy has changed his mind when he saw what happened at the end of that combat there, that fight at the dam. He could see that he could see that Joel was kind of attached to Ellie. He understood what was going through through his brother's mind, so he changed his mind about taking her on. But Ellie got wind of it.
I missed.
And got rather upset and ran off with a horse. So we're chasing her. Oh my god!
I don't recall I've ever missed that first shot before on a run. It's whatever. Generous checkpoint right here. Oh, I got hit. We're okay. We're good. So we used 2 El Diablo bullets, 4 rifle bullets, and that's the fight.
Back to the horses.
And we picked up a thing of alcohol through the doorway. We're going to craft it here. That's the... We have 2 Molotovs left, and that's the last 2 mollies we're going to use in the run. Like, we pick up no more crafting ingredients for the rest of the run. I have never missed that shot before. Whatever, I'm just glad that fight went perfectly. I'd rather mess up on the first enemy than the last enemy.
Going this way.
Luckily, this is an area where when you restart encounter, it behaves exactly the same way. Not every section is like that. Where it's like, you cannot mess it up. This one, you can mess it up as many times as you want.
And of course, we're coming up to the cutscene that this game is probably most famous for.
One of the best.
The ranch scene. It's the confrontation between Joel and Ellie.
That's our horse. She's gotta be there.
Ellie brings up the subject of Sarah, because she'd been talking to Maria. Maria had mentioned her. And Joel kind of emphasizes that he's just going to pass her off to Tommy.
And then enemies show up. 5 enemies. And it's as simple as 1, 2, 5. Shotgun, shorty, revolver.
Nice.
There we go. Very nice. All right. So yeah, 1 Molotov, or if you go loud on the top floor in that building, a smoke bomb will be set off on the bottom floor, and then all the enemies are running around. It's a weird thing that the game does if you get alerted on the top floor. But if you kill them loudly, really quickly, they just didn't hear it. You can kill them quietly with the bow and stuff, but if you kill them loudly, quickly, then they're downstairs going, I'll head over this way. You know, they just didn't hear it. And then as I'm leaving, I switched to shotgun, shorty, revolver.
And we have ended up at the University of Eastern Colorado, which is, according to Tommy, where the Fireflies should be. Tommy, Joel has changed his mind.
I'll be right back.
Fictional university. Okay. Did that get everyone? Sure looks like it. That's the strat. I sprint in, I alert them all, and then I inch my way backwards a little, and that gathers them all into like a ball, and then I just Molotov them all. That's 6 runners with 1 Molotov. I don't need any shotgun ammo, and they're not going to drop any revolver ammo because I have 3. So we're just going to keep going. That's where I would rely on either shotgun or revolver ammo if I didn't have any shotgun ammo, or if I had 2 or less revolver bullets. Yeah, when it comes to ammo drops in this game, I told you about, like, you need under a certain amount for them to drop them, but there's also the fact that certain enemies will only drop certain types of ammo. Like, I was only going to get revolver and shotgun ammo for them. I wasn't going to get pistol or rifle ammo from them. That's impossible. Same goes for the sewers. I wasn't going to get any shotgun ammo. I was just going to get pistol and revolver. That took a long time to figure out.
We are going to come up to an unusual strat here where very, very rare. You're going to find a situation where the best thing that you can have in a particular holster is nothing.
Exactly. Yep. You actually want an empty gun here. Because there's like 6 clickers and a bloater. And what do? We want to get alerted right away to lure them away from the door that we're going to exit from. But a bullet leads to inconsistent AI, and sprinting right away doesn't alert them quick enough. So what we're going to do is fire an empty gun and then sprint, then we're alerted right away. This clicker's always right here. Grab that arrow. And that's that. I don't even see any of them.
Fantastic.
Oh, there's the bloater. He's way back there. Beautiful. No ammo required. Literally. And the beautiful thing about alerting them that specific way is that clicker that was there in front of me, he's there every single time. So I can pick up a bottle and throw it at him, and I know he's going to be there every time.
You okay? What happened in there?
More infected. I'm fine.
Here, come up on the gate.
All right. Now this is just getting to the science lab, and which is a very difficult section. So if we have any donations, now's a perfect time to read some.
It is an absolutely perfect time because we've literally just got a $500 anonymous donation who says, let's knock out that Left Behind incentive. And with that, you're going to be doing Left Behind after this run is finished. Thank you so very, very much.
All right. Who was the donator?
It was anonymous.
Anonymous. You deserve some credit, but okay. Thank you.
On my water.
What? You spilt water?
Wow, 500.
From anonymous. Thank you. We're doing Left Behind afterwards. Cool.
Why would they have an infected so close to the lab?
That's something I never mentioned. We're actually doing this run unpatched. Naughty Dog's latest patch on this game is 1.10. It was the dreaded 1.07 patch that actually messed up a lot of things in this game. That was a couple years ago. It was the PlayStation 4 Pro accommodation patch. And I was warming up one day, and I was like, this looks different. Enemies are reacting different. They unknowingly patched in Pro accommodations, but it ended up messing up the AI, not for the better. So what we did from that point forward is we allowed unpatched speedruns because on grounded mode, the enemies are just much easier to handle unpatched. That's from a personal perspective. There are pros and cons to both. And they're not separate categories either. It's really down to personal preference. And you do need a physical copy to unpatch. What you do is you uninstall the game, and then you pop the disc out, pop it back in, and then you open the game, and then you cancel the patch as it's downloading, and that's how you unpatch. You do need a physical copy to be able to do that, though. The reason I'm mentioning that is because when we do Left Behind, to do the main glitch at the start, it actually has to be on the latest patch in order to perform the main glitch right at the start. So, yeah. Fun fact. It'll take me like...
Little cutscene, very, very short cutscene that's coming up here next minute or so. We're just going to find out that the Fireflies are not here. They've gone to Salt Lake City.
Very far away.
Yeah, and as that happens, we get gunshots. Somebody fires at us, so we got to run. We got to escape.
Yep, and these enemies are brutal. They have shorties, rifles, El Diablos, shotguns, axes. Brutal. All we're gonna use is a shorty shell, a brick, 2 bricks actually, and 3 revolver bullets, and a smoke bomb. Smoke bomb, 3 revolver bullets, shorty shell, 2 bricks. It's basically everything we have left. That's what we've been like hoarding all this ammo for throughout the run. Because this is an area where if I don't have enough supplies, not only can I not do it fast, I really can't do it at all. So here we go.
Let's get the hell out of here.
We're going to throw... That fire extinguisher acts as a smoke bomb so we can go through the hallway without getting shot. We're going to throw that smoke bomb down to the bottom floor. I missed. We're in trouble. I hope they don't see me. I think I'm... Yeah. That was my fault. Combination of bad RNG and my fault. They spawned really late. Really late. And that's Ellie getting a plus sign, so we gotta restart encounter. Ellie is way more susceptible to plus signs when you have to do this fight a second time. We just have to keep going until she doesn't get it. We don't have enough time to get down to the bottom door. And as fate would have it, she just keeps getting them. We can't kill
Now,
them.
the stupid thing is if you're playing this on easy mode, if Ellie gets a plus sign, that's the best thing that can happen.
Alright, this is... how many times in a row now? 3 times in a row. What is with... She didn't deserve the high five today, man. Or you know what? I'm just gonna kill him. Should have worked the first time. They spawned in really late, so I had to kill 2 quickly, and I just couldn't, and then I missed a shot. That's better. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how it was supposed to go. Did you see how they were in, like, different positions?
Yeah.
When I got to the bottom of the stairs, all 3 of them were right there. The first time, there was just 1 there, and then the next 2 showed up right away, and they were shooting at me at the same time, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. But yeah, Ellie won't get plus signs when you do it the first time, but she will literally like every single time afterwards. There's also the chance that she can get grabbed and not get a plus sign, but this game really, really hates my guts. And it is proven on more than one occasion. I'm so over the RNG, man.
I'm gonna need you to pull.
Alright, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
There aren't even any sound effects.
Let's get to the damn horse.
There's supposed to be all these gross sound effects of Ellie helping Joel off of that thing. I guess I went too fast.
I don't see anyone.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say about what happened there. I missed... And that's the thing with this game. I literally missed 1 revolver bullet, and that was that. That's all it took.
Can you handle the window?
And it is a weird thing. I'm kind of just vaguely following chat in the background here. If with this game, if one thing goes wrong, you get this snowball effect.
Oh god, yeah.
Just stay here.
It's almost like it's just written into the game. One area goes bad, the next has to go unbelievably horribly. Not like, I can recover. No, you should just start over.
Yeah. ESA, can we start again, please? Reset.
God, even I don't do more than 1 run in a day. This game is exhausting. I'm having fun, though. I can't see chat, but you guys having fun? I'm having fun.
We gotta get you out of here.
Oh, God. Alright, up next is one of my... It is definitely one of the harder sections, one of the more stressful sections when you have a really good time going. But it is one of my favorites to perform, is the coal mine.
Move it.
What's going to happen in a bit. You get to play as Ellie, and you need to hold off like a whole wave of infected. And all you have is a rifle and some arrows.
You're doing good. Just keep at it.
And it's all done in a very specific way. The only real RNG in that fight is ammo drops. The rest is pretty consistent. The other random thing is what your one companion does.
Then fucking walk. Come on.
And right here... I don't know why Joel's moving so slowly. I think he should toughen up a little bit. It's just a... 'tis but a scratch, honestly.
Joel.
Didn't even look like it hurt that much. I don't know. It's very inconvenient for my speed.
Joel. Here. Stand up.
Okay, but before we fight in the coal mine, we have to hunt a deer.
Go.
And what you do is you spawn it, and then you chase it around this semi-open world.
Get you out of this.
And you just have to hit it twice. And you can't get too close to it, because then it'll run away. But what you can do is you can actually hit it as soon as it spawns in.
Wait here.
And it'll count.
I'll get the door.
Not only does it count, it means that for the second shot, you can get closer to it than you could usually. There's kind of 2 trees. Just trying to think. You hop over some rocks. There are 2 trees. If you haven't already hit it, you can basically go to the second tree and then take your second shot. But if you've already hit it, it's stunned. You can go quite a bit further, and of course that means it shortens the distance and leads to a second shot. So it's a big save.
Oh yeah, you can save like probably like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes by doing it the way I'm about to do it versus having to chase it down twice. Okay.
Where'd you go?
Here we go. I've missed this twice the last 2 runs I've gotten here.
There he is.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Got it. Redemption. I'm 1 for my last 3.
And I missed that because I had to refresh the stream.
Oh. Alright, and like Dino was saying, you can get really close to it for the second hit, but you don't hit it right away because then it won't register.
Steady.
Now, usually you'd have to stop at that second tree, but here you can go to the third one.
Yep.
Much closer.
And it's right there, and then you end up running right here. Saves so much time. Now, you don't want to get too far in front of it, because then it will run the other way. Alright, I don't even know how many enemies there are in the next area. All I know is we take the first wave out in a way, very specific way, so that we get a lot of rifle ammo, and it's also like the fastest thing possible.
And we're about to be introduced to the character, David. David has this...
This place is not...
he's the leader of a group of people in this town. But he's a little bit sinister. Just a little bit.
He's also voiced by Nolan North.
Yep.
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
So
Mr.
talented.
N. Whether that refers to Nolan or North, I'm not sure.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Every shot counts.
I've done this before.
Alright, I want him to run away. He is.
Way to go, kid.
Now he'll give me 6 when I get down to 0, and I had 0 when I killed these guys, so they each should drop 1 and 2 respectively. Beautiful. Did you drop an arrow? You should have. Yeah, whatever. I can never pick that one up.
Help me with this thing.
Alright, now we're going to use rifle ammo on that one, and arrows on these, because there's a chance I can get them back. That one broke. And that one broke too. Not getting lucky. Thank God for that new strat I came up with in the next part of Coal Mine. Saves me a bunch of arrows. Let's get through this part first. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe they followed you and your friend.
Did I miss? No, I hit him.
Oh, wow.
That was good. Got my arrows back there. That was a perfect fight. It's about time I did something right.
Yeah, that clicker surprised me, though.
Yeah, lately, normally I stab him after I arrow him, but lately David has been wanting to run in and kill it himself, so I just let him.
I'll block them. Cover the stand.
And if you enter this area with no rifle ammo, David will give you 3. Got it.
Now, we've got a little bit of downtime here before the next combat section. So I might as well talk about the cutscene after that. David actually knows, kind of, who Ellie is, because back in the university, those guys were actually from David's group. They'd gone there looking for supplies of whatever, food, and the survivors came back to say that they'd been taken out by a crazy man traveling with a little girl. So David actually knows who this girl is. So what he's going to do What happened in the previous cutscene, incidentally, is that he sent his friend James off to get some antibiotics and syringe, which is what Ellie had asked for. And he will actually give them to her and let her go. The idea is that he is going to track her back so that they can get Joel. This guy is actually quite clever when you think about it.
That is a clever thing. She wasn't going to leave without the medicine, so he had to give it to her.
Yeah.
They couldn't get Joel without her going back for him. It's weird, I had to distract that clicker. He's usually not there. Oh well. Oh, me firing that empty gun into the wall there, it was actually to prevent a glitch from a clicker getting into this area through the wall. I don't know why it happened. Well, I know why it happens. It's because I sprint right away when we get separated. Firing that empty pistol there prevents that from happening. Okay, so this strat is brand new.
Yeah, no shit.
This is all very specifically done. This strat is brand new. First wave is going to be done in a way so the next wave spawns in right away. Here we go.
See anything?
Perfect. I hope that's perfect. I'll be able to tell in a second.
You hear that?
Perfect.
We're on the
Yep.
roof.
Very fast. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. I can't waste any more arrows. Oh, I got them both. Thank you. David shooting that one runner just makes it so I have less time to shoot these guys. God, I barely made it. Alright, now I'm looking for rifle ammo out of these guys. There's one. David shot it. Okay. Alright, that didn't look pretty, but that was a perfect fight. I didn't lose time anywhere. Whew! Man. That is so tough under pressure.
Wow.
That did not look pretty at all, but none of the close calls lost me any time.
So this is the point at which David reveals that he kind of knows who Ellie is. But like I said, he lets her go with the idea of tracing her back to Joel. So she gets back, she gives Joel the anti-bees, wakes up, but she can hear these guys outside. So what she's going to do now is try to draw them away.
And I can't see the chat, but I can imagine they're asking, how did the bloater die in one hit? Ellie's hunting rifle is stronger than Joel's to compensate playing as Ellie. You know, Joel's hunting rifle wouldn't kill a clicker in one hit. Ellie's can, though. Bloaters are unarmored on the foot, so all you have to do is shoot it in the foot with Ellie's hunting rifle, and it kills a bloater. That's not a grounded specific thing, either. What? I might get shot here. Man, I'm not getting lucky this run.
I've not been able to get that camera glitch recently.
Yeah, what was supposed to happen there was I turn the camera, and the enemy hops on the horse and then hops right off. So I don't have to mash square there. Didn't work. don't know why. Maybe it has to do with also timing an L2 prompt, just like giddy up the horse or something.
Shoot the fucking horse!
I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt me. Because this is the really inconvenient thing. Not only does our horse die, any damage Ellie takes in this area gets carried over into the next area. Or the next time you play as her, and she doesn't have any supplies at all. Here, she gets to keep what we ended the coal mine fight with. 1 rifle, 6 arrows. Next area, not only does she keep the damage that she took here, she has nothing but her pocket knife. So here we go. We're going to do this next area quietly. 4 enemies, 4 arrows. Well, I have 6, but we only need 4. I want the arrow. There it is. Who saw me? I have to start over. Who saw me? I've never...
Right?
That is a never happened before thing.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that?
Wow. No.
Now I'm scared that that can happen in a record potential run. That has never happened for as long as I've been running this game. Watch this. 1 enemy. Killed. 2nd enemy. Killed. Where's his arrow? There it is. 3rd enemy. Killed. 4th enemy. Killed. Where's the guy who spotted me? I don't know.
Absolutely no
Why?
difference at all.
There's no one here. As far as I'm concerned, the game just spawned in an extra enemy because they knew I can't reset this run. Oh man, you were right on. Like you were right on point with like when it rains, it pours. Mistakes snowball in this game. All right, here's something funny you can do. If you hold down sprint leaving here, Ellie's kind of possessed. It's always really funny. T-pose. That's actually slower than her sprinting right out of the tunnel here. So it can be shown off.
So graceful.
For comedic effect. Yep. If she has the rifle out, her left arm will like be through her body. All right, what kind of awesome luck am I going to get here? Let's see.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here. Oh fuck!
I don't want to get trapped in here.
Well, that was good.
She's on this side.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. 2 more enemies in here. All right. You get out of here. And that's that. Oh, man. Why? This is
Okay,
with,
so
this
David captures Ellie here
Keeping you alive here.
and imprisons her.
And then Joel, at the same time, magically wakes up from his impalement. Because that's how medicine
fine.
works.
No, come on, he's from the deep south. He's tough.
They're tough, yeah. Still, a little penicillin clearing up an impalement 3 months later. I mean, I love
It's
video
normal.
game logic as much as the next person, but... Alright, this strat's kind of cool. There's going to be 3 enemies opening that gate ahead, and I have the flashlight on. When the flashlight starts to flicker, that's when I start to aim. That's when the gate's going to open. So... 1, 2... Got him. 3.
Where is she?
That strat right there is actually easier on grounded because of the 1-hit kill with the revolver.
He's over there.
Easy mode, you'd have to hit them twice with this gun. Oh. Bad RNG. Okay. He's supposed to take cover behind here, and then I can just not have to kill him.
Where now that you're gonna tell me?
He doesn't usually
Ellie.
fire a rifle at me. That was weird. I've never seen that before.
Ellie is currently imprisoned by David, who's trying to get her to kind of join his clan. But she's not having it.
Nope. That bullet he fired behind me, that doesn't hit me, but it triggers in the next line of dialogue. But I've never seen it be a rifle. It's always a pistol.
What's wrong with these people?
Naughty Dog knows that I'm doing a marathon run. They just know. Alright.
Right, as you can probably tell here, Ellie has escaped.
Yep.
Was I stating the obvious there?
Alright, now that damage she took on the horse gets carried over here. She does not have full health. So far, so good. Stop sprinting. Start sprinting. Alright, looking good. Getting good RNG so far.
This place is a damn maze.
Good.
If you're playing this casually, incidentally, as she's running down that alleyway there, as long as you've got a brick, what you can do is throw it against the wall, far wall, and that will do a lot to distract the enemies. You can kind of run through that building there without being alerted.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now-
especially if you have low health. That was perfect. I'm glad something went perfectly.
Now, the reason for that restart encounter there, you guys who don't know, is that it's a weird glitch.
And it happens to everybody.
Yeah. Davy boy, Davy darling, will actually just stay outside the building. He won't come in.
Nowhere to go.
It's a soft lock.
You want out?
Yep. The only way to get him inside is to restart encounter. I can never get it to not happen. I mean, the restart encounter when she hops into the restaurant here, that's how you get rid of it. But if you just do it normally, I can never get it to not happen. I don't even think it's a side effect of speedrunning anymore, because I'm hearing a lot of people get it. Literally, you hit the triangle prompt on the door, she takes 3 steps backwards, and David spawns outside. Bizarre.
I know that there are a lot of people watching at the moment. I'm aware of that. We say things like RNG. We mentioned it quite a few times. RNG means random number generator. And what that basically is, it's an algorithm in the programming which determines how random a particular section will be, what the enemies will do, what patterns they will take.
There has been a lot of bad RNG in this run. I think there's probably like 3 or 4 things that I have never ever witnessed before. And I've been playing this game for 6.5 years. Alright, this is a pretty new strat as well.
Keep searching. She comes through here, we gotta catch her.
Looking good. He's gonna miss me with the second shot. This guy should be behind the car. This guy should run away. And I am going to just run for the door. Beautiful.
Perfect.
That's a brand new strat. The way it works. Oh, first of all, I'm going to play Pinata with these frozen bodies. Perfect. Maybe I should explain that a little bit. So there's like a meat freezer there. Yeah, David's group are cannibals. It's gross. And that meat freezer there is full of like hanging bodies. But Joel like really slowly walks through the freezer. Really slowly. If at the last second when you enter that area, you swing a melee weapon or throw a punch, he will swing past an invisible line where you can sprint again. And yeah, that's the fastest we can get through the area. That's not a totally morbid way of describing a strat or anything.
And we're coming to the end of the winter section. Ellie is going to kill David in a particularly brutal way. She's going to kind of remove his face with a machete. Just as Joel arrives, and there's a beautiful, beautiful moment when he takes her in his arms and says,
forward.
"Oh, baby girl." And right at the beginning of the game, when Joel puts Sarah to bed, he says, "Good night, baby girl." So it's kind of this moment in the game where he is totally now bonded with this girl. It can make you quite tearful, actually. But we're speedrunners, we actually don't give a monkeys.
Yeah. God, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that cutscene before. It's a good one. There's a lot of good cutscenes in like the second half of this game. That winter area, though, the last part of winter is Joel. The strat there was I stop sprinting when I enter that tunnel. Like, there's like a empty truck, I think it is. And then I start sprinting when I climb into it. And that makes it so the shotgun guy behind me will not hit me a second time. He'll fire twice. The first one always misses. If he fires a second one, it won't hit me, but it almost prevents him from firing a second one. Something strangely specific about that. And then the last 3 enemies are consistent, and they didn't used to be. I just have to kill the first one, and then I can just run to the door. That strat's maybe like 2 or 3 weeks old. A lot of new discoveries lately. After all, my record right now is 2 hours. I don't know what the time is. I don't know what time I'm going to finish with, but it won't be pretty. My record's 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds, which I got only 3 days ago. I'm looking to cut...
Just as Joel gets to... Sorry, I'm just watching a slightly delayed stream here, so I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you the moment at which Joel jumps over that fence at the end, because I know that you can't see the time at the moment.
Well, we could use that ladder.
It's going to be 2:39 and 44.
Ugh.
Ellie.
That is not good. That's whatever.
Ellie.
All we have left really is the tunnel and the hospital. And that's pretty much it. This is just downtime. You know, calm before the storm kind of thing. This game's good at doing stuff like that. This is what I like to show off, though. Let me see. Bow, pistol, revolver. But look at this. All of the stuff we picked up, everything got used. We still have a smoke bomb, which we're going to use, and we actually got a shiv at the end of the sniper. We got to take it with us. But everything got used. It's probably my favorite thing about this category, is everything is used to its fullest potential. And that's the key with Grounded. You know, you may be able, or you're going to want to use like all your bombs in one area to make it much easier. But, you know, that puts you at risk of not having those supplies later on, where they could be used way more effectively. Where it would be convenient to use them early, they're like necessary to use them later in order just to do the section at all, let alone fast. It's probably my favorite thing about this category. Did you like the Ellie like glide there? I guess the devs didn't expect us to crouch walk through forced walking sections.
We're going to have another little cutscene coming up here before we head down into the triage area, where Joel suggests to Ellie that they can turn back and go back to Tommy's. And Ellie says, well, you know, come on, we've come this far. Let's just do it.
You mean well, but there's no halfway with this. Once we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Okay?
Well, I ain't leaving without you. So let's go wrap this up.
All right. So up next we have the tunnel. And the tunnel, I don't know if you've done like a kill all enemies challenge or something, but how many infected are there in the tunnel? 3 bloaters, I know that.
No, 4? Oh, no, you might be right. It might be 3.
I think there's 3 bloaters.
Yeah.
4 or 5
yeah.
clickers. 1, 2. I think there's like 4 clickers and oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 runners.
Yes,
9 runners
It's a lot.
if you count that little hallway to the right. There's a lot. We are going to get through the tunnel with all those enemies with a bottle and a smoke bomb. And that's it. Oh, and 1 bullet. 1 bullet, 1 bottle, 1 smoke bomb.
Depending on the RNG, you might not even need the bottle.
Yes, you're right. The bottle doesn't have to be used. Okay, here we go. There's a weird thing with enemies spawning really late if you just do it normally, so we restart encounter. Now this bullet doesn't alert them, but it allows us to sprint. Now Ellie has gotten 4 plus signs this run, so what we're going to do is climb up here. So Ellie will climb up here, so we don't have to worry about her getting a plus sign. And we're just going to keep going. Keep running. Just keep going. And here we go. Do we need the bottle? Yes, we do. Throw the smoke at him. Climb up here. And very gingerly walk
Here, let me push you up there.
over
Perfect.
here. Not yet.
No, fine. We're fine. We're fine. Honestly, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, yeah.
We're fine so far. They sound a little loud in my headset. Oh, we are so fine. And that's that. Okay, now pay attention to my inventory here. Just like in the high school, and in the science lab, but I didn't mention it. When you restart encounter on the other side, you get your stuff back. Bottle, smoke bomb, health, all returned to us.
I don't think they can reach us now.
The reason for that is because the bloater behind us has surprisingly good aim for someone who can't see. If we get alerted on, like, we sprint towards that crate, and when we climb it, and when we climb over it, and we're on the other side, the bloater can throw his stuff at you on the other side of the truck, where he's not supposed to be. And you can die on the other side from the bloater, and if you die, you also get your stuff back. So it's just one of those things. Again, that stuff is only possible on grounded mode. That restart encounter gets Ellie close to us. Now, how do I begin to explain this? Let me trigger it first, and then... Perfect. Okay, so, this spot right here, this is the last part before the hospital. There's a clicker hiding behind some boxes over there. I'm thinking he used to be Solid Snake, but whatever. Look at all those cardboard boxes over there. If you alert him, you can't boost Ellie over until you kill him. Now, if you boost her over right away without doing anything, the clicker will attack her. And then you have to kill it just so she doesn't die. But what you can do is you can headshot it like I did, and then the triangle prompt remains up there for about half a second. So you can alert it and then boost her over. And the game freaks out a little bit. The clicker becomes friendly. But all we're really doing, it's not for show, it's not to glitch the game out, we're sprinting. We alerted that clicker so we can sprint this part right here. Because it's otherwise just a slow jog. We've been doing that the whole run. We fire a bullet, alert some enemies, just so we can sprint. It's the same thing here. Now, the clicker doesn't really react to you, but you can still die from him. If you punch him or swing at him and then stand next to him, you can still die. He's not completely freaked out. So then after we boost Ellie up over here, we're going to distract that clicker even further so we can sprint the rest of the area.
Okay, there. I'm on it.
We're just using him to sprint
Be careful.
in an otherwise nothing going on section. I don't know if I hear him. His movements are random after this. And this is actually a new strat. Dino, I don't know if you know about it. We are going to distract him with a bow instead of a bottle. Because he is way more responsive to the bow, to an arrow, than he is a bottle. So he is way more responsive. We can get him into this room from way back there. That was discovered only like a couple weeks ago.
Damn ladder broke off the wall.
For the longest time, we would try and get him into this room with a bottle. But he's just like, did I hear something? I don't think I did. The arrow is not actually louder, but like the game.
That surprised me, Anthony. I saw him so far back in that corridor, I thought he wasn't going to come through.
There's 3 different things he can do. He can be walking almost through the like the little ledge there, and then turn around. Other times he's like at the very, like really far back, and other times he's still in the room where we boosted Ellie over. No matter what 3 scenarios we can get him into this room with this new strat. So it's no longer random. His movements are random, but we can always get him in here, no matter what. And then we can sprint. Look at us go. Look at us go. So fast. Compared to an otherwise really slow jog.
Now, we are coming up to a very long cutscene. I'll try to keep it as brief as I can. We're about to meet the Fireflies. Ellie drowns again. And Joel, as he tries to resuscitate her, is knocked out by a Firefly soldier. They wake up in the hospital with, Joel wakes up in the hospital with Marlene, who sort of says, oh, you made it. Now, as it turns out, they've not resuscitated Ellie, they've taken her to surgery because they've discovered that the immunity that she has is based on the growth on her brain. But to use that, they will have to operate on her brain in a procedure that will kill her. It goes without saying that Joel is not having that. And he is going to rescue his baby girl.
Yep. Okay, I have nothing to lose, so I'm gonna do like the fastest hospital strat there is. If I die once, I'll do the slower strat on the bottom. See, on Grounded, you could get to like the top floor of the hospital next to the last door you need to open. If you die, you got to do the entire building over again. Whereas easy mode, the checkpoint would be way more generous. Here we go. I'm gonna try and get a gold here.
Sorry about the spoilers, guys, but there we go. All of that stuff that I just described has just happened.
Good. Alright, bless RNG in chat. Let's see. Looking good. Not a scratch. Whew. You can imagine how fun that strat is to do on world record pace. It has a surprisingly high success rate, though. Alright, one more section. They're gonna shoot down the hallway. Right on cue. Stop sprinting here. Start up again here. Get your smoke bomb ready. And we're in there. Perfect hospital. Beautiful.
Nice.
And that's pretty much it. That's the moment I know if I have like a new PB or record or not. We still got more to do, but time's coming up in like 4 minutes, I'd say. Maybe 3 minutes.
So we're going to rescue Ellie here.
What are you doing?
and escape, we're going to get down to the car park area, and we'll be confronted by Marlene, who kind of begs Joel to give Ellie up, but it's not going to work. Joel is getting the hell out of there.
Now let me reflect on this run a little bit. I played well. My biggest time losses were Graveyard and Science Lab, both of which I didn't really have control over. Well, in Science Lab I missed my shot, but they spawned in really weird ways. And then Ellie got a bunch of plus signs. Ellie got like 4 plus signs this run. That led to a lot of time loss. And then... where else was there? Winter, I got spotted once in a way that I've never been spotted before. Those like 3 things. Other than that, that was a very good run. I'm happy with it. Oh, Graveyard. Science Lab. 4 plus signs from Ellie. I did not expect that. Oh well.
Well, it's either 0 or 4, isn't it, with Ellie?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't get like 1 or 2. You get nothing or a bunch.
Looks like we're walking.
So, we've escaped. Joel has killed Marlene.
Should be a straight shot through here.
And Ellie is a little bit puzzled because she woke up in the back of the car wearing a surgical gown. So things don't really make a lot of sense to her. But hey, here we are. We're back at Jackson. We're all good, I think.
I'm going to see Tommy again. And live happily ever after.
Don't think I ever told
Hey,
you
hi, Tommy.
Until until sequel time.
I think the 2 of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked it. I know she'd have liked you.
Bet I would've.
Alright, that restart encounter again just skips the camera panning down.
Down there.
Look guys, it's Last of Us 2. It's right down there. You can see it. It's right down there.
It's a little bit further now.
Maybe we can get to it. Nope, invisible walls. You can actually see people walking and stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, time's coming up in like 4 seconds. Let's see. And...
I got you.
time. And there we go. What was the time?
So 2:55:22. 2:55:22.
I can't
I can't
believe
when
that
you
actually.
When you consider how much went really bad there with the RNG,
Yeah.
think about the first time, think about the first time that you beat 3 hours.
3.5 years ago. November 2016, which we thought was impossible. And with the amount of mistakes in this run, I thought maybe 256, 257. So much bad luck. But again, in this game, you don't lose like 10 seconds here, 20 seconds there. You lose minutes if you mess something up. Okay. I don't know if we need to do like a title update or anything, but I'm good to just go right to the Left Behind any % run. Are we good?
I've been told that we don't need to, so you should be good to go when you're ready.
All right, I am ready.
Just give us a countdown.
Right. Well, I don't have any commentary to give on Left Behind, so thank you everybody who's been prepared to listen to my words during that run. I'm going to watch now, but I'm going to take my chat off because this is Anthony's time to explain things that I can't. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Dino.
yeah. Cheers, mate, and I will catch you. I'll catch all you guys on Anthony's streams during the week.
Okay, thanks,
Bye-bye.
man. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Okay, so Left Behind is the single-player DLC to The Last of Us. There's two halves to it. One half takes place 3 weeks before the events of the main game that goes over how Ellie and her friend Riley got infected, and the other half takes place in after Joel gets impaled in the science lab. Now, she brings him to a mall to get patched up. Now, a casual playthrough of this game takes around 2.5 hours, a glitchless run about 30 minutes or more. Any percent run, there's a glitch, which, as you saw, is only possible on the latest patch. It will not work unpatched. So time starts when I skip the first cutscene. So we just gotta wait for that. Okay. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Whew. Okay, here we go. Left Behind. Any percent. We're just gonna go over here and climb up here, and then climb in this corner here. Looks good. We just glitched out the area. We're using these garage doors to know where to go. I hope this works. It did, thank you. Okay. So now we're using these garage doors to know where to go. There's 6 chapters in this game, and we're in chapter 5 right now. Just like that. So that glitch despawns doors. So we just went through the door that triggers the final fight of the game. We still need to know where we're going, though. If we don't get to the back end of the room, we soft lock the game. I don't know where I am, so I'm going to wait until everything spawns in. Alright, we're right here. That's good. Alright, if we stand over here, we soft lock the game, so we need to stand right here, and coincidentally, there's some stuff on the table. Some health. Come on. There we go. That we can pick up. And I'm going to grab this bottle, just to be safe.
What was that?
Alright, and pray.
Stitch him up.
I'm going to run past these guys.
Hey, you guys find outside.
Hop down, hop down, hop down. Come on. Get up, get up, get up, get through, get through! Yes! You have no idea just how unlikely it is to get through there. Alright. So here we go. Final fight of the game. We've been through so much. Here we go. We don't need those arrows because we don't have the bow because we skipped everything. And we're just going to do the glitch again. Despawns all the enemies in this area, which I think is 8. Now, if we do the glitch again in the second half of this fight, you soft lock the game. So what we need to do is kill 5 enemies. That spawns in infected. Then we do the glitch again. So 5 enemies. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Restart encounter to skip some dialogue. And that was an extremely smooth Left Behind run. We still have 1.5 minutes to go of like a running segment that takes place in like the present day. Or no, in the past. That was an extremely smooth Left Behind run. I can't even get runs that good when I'm trying. Like, trying for hours. Wow. Alright. Gonna hop over here. Riley's gonna push me a little. That's good. Okay, if you have any more donations to read, now's a good time because literally we're just trying to run out of this building and escape infected. That's all we're doing.
Absolutely. We've got 2 donations left over from your earlier run. We have $10 from LonelyGun26, who says, "Good luck, Ant. Always a pleasure watching you." And $5 from Cepheus, who says, "Can't afford much in this time of uncertainty, but ESA has given me hours of entertainment over the years and deserves to continue on. Thank you both very much for the support."
Thank you guys for the donations to make this run possible. Alright, now we just gotta climb this truck. Oh, boy, they are loud behind me. You're supposed to climb at angles so she moves as soon as she's done climbing. Didn't quite work there, but at least I didn't die. Alright, so all this is scripted. You can lose time from, like, climbing slowly and vaulting over things slowly. But yeah, this is all pretty much by the book. You've played it once, you know what to do, where to go.
The scaffolding? That's our way out.
But yeah, real quick, thanks ESA for accepting this run. I had a great time last July. I live in New Jersey. I flew all the way to Sweden just to run this game, and I had a really great time, so I was happy to be able to do this run again for you guys.
Keep going.
A lot of fun.
There's an open window.
Now, there is one more thing I would like to show off. It takes like 2 minutes. I don't know if we're short on time or not. It's a funny glitch. It would take like 1.5 to 2 minutes to show off.
Just trying to find out.
You don't have to hit square here. I think my chat knows what it is. It's okay if not. Oh, and time's coming up in like 5 seconds. And time. Lovely. What was the time on that?
It was 5:29, although obviously there's a bit of delay in starting and stopping, so you might need to retime that yourself.
Yeah, 5:30, 5:29. That's insane. That was really cool. Okay.
You do have time very quickly if you want to show off the glitch.
Okay, cool. Okay. I don't even know if this will work, but I got one shot at this. It'll either work or it won't. So like I said, this game is kind of glitchy. I made a video called Glitches in The Last of Us. I was just going to show off the any % glitches, but it ended up being like everything I've ever encountered, so it ended up being a 4-hour video, and then I made another one that was 2.5 hours, because we keep finding funny stuff. I might make a third one as well. And this, by far, is the greatest thing that we've ever discovered. Now, it's difficult to pull off. I only have one chance to do it. I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure here. You just got to load in the section. I got to remember to change the frame rate. Okay. Display. Frame rate. Switch to 30. Okay, here we go. One chance.
Help the others clean the place up. Okay. Careful out there.
Oh, no, I didn't get it. Oh, well. It was supposed to... Dang it. It was supposed to be Joel, like, his body freaking out. If you mash triangle enough, Joel will get off the horse here and go where he's not supposed to, and then his body will freak out. Ah, that's a shame. I won't try it again. It takes another minute to load in the scene. That's all right. You can find it somewhere on my channel. I'll do it. I'll do it later this week. Okay, but I think that's it for me. Sorry about that. ESA, thank you so much for having me. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for your donations. And yeah, keep donating and keep on watching. Thank you guys.